Yeah.
And as we made our way into the town of Bavaria, through the main street of Bavaria, we see a woman selling pies. And sold a pie to a family down here after going inside and coming out with a small-ish bag. And we went into the store. Discussion there led us up to the church, which has been repeatedly attacked by Strahd. And upon entering there, find a priest and something that he claims is his son making horrible noises nonstop down below. He gives us a brief recap of Strahd's multiple attacks, that he is looking for the daughter of the Burgomest. And she's apparently in their manor. And I believe that's where we were at, just figuring out which direction we were going to go, whether we're going to explore the windmill with the woman selling pies.
So there's the windmill of the pie sales lady, which is out of town. There was Irina's brother Ismark, who was in the inn, the tavern, the Blood of the Vine Tavern. And when Father Donovich helped Thalin with his strength, he said, promise me that you'll see to them and help them. And then you guys were, I think you had decided to go to the inn first because it was basically on the way, because the mansion is actually down further. It's let's see, where's my mouse? So the inn is here, and then the mansion's down there.
If I remember correctly, the windmill was
out of town.
Out of town.
Yeah. So it's up to you guys. Do you want the inn or the mansion?
You mean the windmill I mentioned?
Well, there's three options. There's the inn where Ismark, the brother, is in the inn. Irina is in the mansion, and then out of town. And I'm gonna just to help you out. It's a ways out of town. So.
Ways out of town.
Yeah.
So we're only two. That's where the DM is leading us.
I would say inn. I would trust the mansion.
We'll go to the inn on the way to the mansion. If it's...
Yep. Seems like a good use of our travel.
I can't argue there.
So you guys start walking towards the inn from the church. I think we established it's probably shortly after noon from your time at the church with Father Donovich. But it's still gloomy out. It's a gray day, kind of like today was. And these clouds barely moving there. And you guys start walking, and you get a sense of the town that there's just a bunch of just dread. The few people you do see walking around are just kind of like heads down, walking slowly, just kind of like really have no purpose. You guys make it to the center of town, and you see a raven sitting on a sign, and on that sign it reads the Blood of the Vine Tavern. And you guys go on in.
Yes.
Yep.
You make your way into the inn, and it's a typical tavern, although this one seems a little gloomy. It's not as lively as some of the other taverns you guys have been in. It's about 60 foot square in the main area. There's a older gentleman behind the bar. He's just sitting there, and he's kind of cleaning the glasses, puts one down, and he just cleans another one. There's a whole row of glasses he's just working on. When you walk in, just to the right, there's three Vistani women, and they're just kind of sitting there. One of them's kind of working on some paperwork, and the other two are just kind of talking to each other. When you all walk in, they immediately look over you and kind of look you up and down. There's a young blonde-haired gentleman at the bar, sitting there by himself, drinking. And the only other person is kind of tucked away in the back corner of the bars. It's kind of darker there, and they got a hood on, and they're just kind of sitting there, smoking like a cigar.
That guy looks interesting.
And yeah,
Can he make himself not be seen, but not turn invisible?
no. We just watched that the other night. Yeah. As you guys all walk in, everyone kind of gives you a look, but the Vistani kind of look a little longer. The younger gentleman with blonde hair kind of looks over and almost with an excited face, like, "Oh, are you new here?"
Yeah, we've just wandered into town.
And he's like, and are you going to bring your dire wolf in, or are you going to tell it to stay outside? This is the DM has to tell me.
There's no wrong answer.
I'll bring it in.
Okay. So the bartender looks over, and as you guys are piling in, sees that there's this huge dire wolf coming in. He goes, hey, what is that?
Funny, this is
My
cool.
pet?
What?
My pet?
No wolves allowed. Make it go outside. Don't you know we've been attacked by a bunch of wolves constantly? You bring that thing in here?
Okay.
All right.
I walk out and have her sit down.
Okay. And then you come back in? All right. He goes, almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh, you have nothing to worry about. He's tamed the wolf. It's quite.
Yeah, well, he can stay outside. Then he goes, what do you guys need?
We were just walking into town. We're just
Mead.
around, I think.
Have a seat at the table. I'll be over shortly. You see, he acts like he's busy doing something, but he just kind of goes back to cleaning the glasses. And
Did you get it?
No, that was not fast enough.
all right, you guys are sitting at the table, waiting for service.
Barkeep, don't forget about us.
Yeah,
Chuck sauce.
I'll be right there. And then while you're sitting there, the gentleman comes over with the blonde hair. And he goes, my name is Ismark Koliana. I've had the unfortunate or fortunate pleasure of becoming the new burgomaster of the village of Barovia.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, but my father died a couple days ago. He was the burgomaster.
So it's an inherited title here.
It is.
See?
Passed down. Let me buy you guys a drink. And Ismark, he goes, hey, barkeep. And then barkeep seems to kind of,
It comes to life.
starts bringing the stuff over, and he brings you each pint. And Ismark says, I'll pay for it. He goes, okay. And then he goes back behind the bar, starts cleaning the glasses. He goes, what brings you guys here? This is Ismark.
Strange circumstances.
Looking for a way back to Daggerfall.
I have a feeling that our paths have crossed, and it's no coincidence. See, I have a sister, my sister Irina. We, the village of Barovia, we've been constantly attacked by Strahd. Recently, my sister has been bitten by Strahd.
That sounds bad.
It is, but fortunately, she has not turned. She is tormented in her dreams by Strahd. And we've been keeping her safe in the mansion from him. But, she can't stay there forever. I've been hoping for a day like this where people would come here and help us.
But what can we do? We're not healers.
Could you help me take my sister to Vallaki? See, Barovia is so close to Castle Ravenloft that we're constantly attacked. But Vallaki is much further away, and it has walls all around it to protect the city from attacks from zombies and wolves. And I hear that the burgomaster there does his best to protect his people, and so we are hoping this is our last hope, is to leave here and make it to Vallaki. But I cannot do it on my own with just me and Irina.
Okay.
Kind sir, if you would go with us, we would greatly appreciate it. Would you convince your friends, your comrades to take us there?
I'll try.
How dangerous is this journey?
I don't. It's been a long time since I've been to Vallaki, but it shouldn't be too dangerous. It's only a 2-day journey to Vallaki.
Do you know something of the dangers we might face?
Nothing more beyond, there's wolves, zombies, vampires, ghosts, and you name it.
Okay.
Let's see. We've been attacked twice on the way here. Once on the way here. Again at the manor. Getting the manor's tomb. And basically tried to burn to death on the way out.
But we survived.
In a day and a half. So 2 days is pretty perilous right now.
Or just par for the course.
Or just par for the course.
Vallaki was that place that the guy at the market was talking about. Has a lot of things, more of an actual.
It's a
town.
much bigger city than our little village.
I scoot my drink over to a blazing fire.
Okay.
You trying to get me drunk so go along?
I don't need any.
He goes, oh, let me send you a picture of this guy too. Over. There you go. Handsome young guy.
Oh, he doesn't look so bad. And so you'll be
Compared
going
to
with us.
everyone else we've seen.
Yeah.
Yes, I will do my best to protect my sister, and that means I will go and help when I can.
Well,
I have trained in the art of the sword.
It's good to hear. But it'll be, 2 days over and 2 days back. That's a lot of time out of our...
We're not planning on coming back here.
So I think we might be.
Eventually.
Unless that leads us somewhere that gets us back home.
Yeah, do you know the way back to Daggerfall?
I do not know of this dagger that you speak of. Only Barovia and the mist.
So what can you tell us about the mist? It seemed to be chasing us the whole way here.
It's been here as long as I have. It keeps us here in Barovia.
And what happens if you try to face the mist?
I've seen only a few try to leave Barovia via the mist, and they become so weak that they get stuck in the mist and die.
So it drains them.
It drains them, yes.
Good.
So one might say exhausted.
Well, I'm afraid my companions and I will have to discuss your request.
What's your plan for getting out of here if we can't get through the mist?
Oh, we're not trying. He's not trying to get out of the
We're going
Barovia as a whole.
Oh,
He's sorry. What sucks is it's called Village of Barovia, and then there's Barovia. He was talking about the land of Barovia, which is the big area.
well, I thought the village was surrounded by mist,
No.
wasn't it? Oh.
The village, you guys will be able to just walk on out now. That mist,
In
the mist
in
that
the
you
correct
guys,
direction.
the mist that you guys were dealing with before has pulled back.
So what is your plan for getting to Vikovia? What means of transportation?
I do not know. We were hoping. I mean, we were hoping to get a ride somehow, but for right now we're on foot.
If you cannot offer information about how to leave, can you offer us anything else as payment? As we'd be risking our lives to transport you.
I do not have much money, but I may have some knowledge.
Well,
As I try to find it, but
any knowledge? Well, I'm not saying that what knowledge you have to offer is going to be worth it. We'll still have to talk about it, but certainly want to know what knowledge you have.
Ask for rewards, don't demand rewards. Ask for rewards, don't demand for rewards.
he begins to kind of like sob a little bit. He's, I just want to help my sister. We need to get her away from Strahd. Strahd will continue to just terrorize us. I must get her out of this village. I must. I can take you to our mansion, and there might be some stuff worth of value. You can have a look and see if there's anything you might like. We don't plan to come back, so it does not matter. It's just stuff.
I'm sold.
Maybe we could ask for the mansion.
Do we even? I don't want to come back if there's no way out.
I have this terrible feeling we'll be coming back.
Probably.
Do you have any information about the windmill?
Highly.
Who's that windmill? Oh, the one with the Morgantha, the pie lady.
Yeah, she talked about it. Yeah.
It's on the way to Valaki.
Interesting.
But like I said, I haven't left this village in so long. I avoid Morgantha's pies. Have you heard about her pies?
It does something to you. Yeah.
It helps people forget the suffering in the village,
But at a cost.
but they seem to get addicted to it.
Get stronger at need.
So, if your sister hasn't turned yet, what are you? How are you proposing to protect her on the way to Valaki if Strahd is needs to attack her again?
Well, that's where you guys come in. I there's strength in numbers. He can't. He's just one. Well, he's one man, but he's not really a man. But he usually sends his minions to attack first. Wolves, undead, that sort of thing.
Pay no attention to my eager friend across the table.
I mean, you look like a what they say, a paladin.
Yep.
You must do many good deeds. This must be right up your alley.
Oh, I'm good to go. We can leave tomorrow morning.
If you guys could, I can take you to the mansion and we can, you guys can see if there's anything you need and provisions or gold. We could talk to Irina. She's mourning our father right now. He's what's the word? He's internment in our living room right now. He needs to be buried. So we were hoping to bury him this afternoon, and then maybe tomorrow we could set off to Valaki.
Do you have a wagon or something we could use?
No, but we could try to secure one.
It sounds like we should have your sister on a horse or in a wagon, not trying to plod that whole way.
So while you guys were all talking with him, the three Vistani ladies kind of looked and they kind of laughed a little bit.
What's so funny, ladies?
Oh, don't! They own the place.
Oh.
Be careful. And they kind of look and goes, and she kind of gives you, she's like, gives you an evil eye and kind of looks at you and then.
I think they're laughing at me. They've never seen a tabaxi before me?
I can't blame them.
Yeah, I looked around and I was like, any other tabaxis?
No, you.
Yep.
I was trying not to be rude, but yeah, there's none of your kind here.
I can believe that.
And then we talk a little bit more about trying to secure a wagon, and the hooded figure is no longer there, but he just appears at the table. And he goes, "Oh, you looking for a ride to Valaki?" And he says, "I am heading that way tomorrow, but only halfway. I'm stopping at the Seer Pool, which is Vistani campground. I could take you halfway if you like."
What's the fee?
Well, I'm going there already. Maybe you just help protect the wagon if.
Well, what riding with the Stonnies hasn't been good so far.
That's a little too convenient.
Pass.
You sure you don't need a ride? And
Already got one.
And Ismark's just kind of looking confused, like, you guys don't want to take the ride?
Does this guy's intentions seem honest? Good? Like he's trying to lure us into an ambush or trap?
You can roll an inside check on that.
15.
15. He's definitely looking on the shadier side. He's Vistani, but he's wearing a black.
So
Like he's got a
even
colorful
shadier
sash.
than your average Vistani.
Yeah, but he's not dressed colorfully like the rest of them are. He's got a colorful sash, but he's wearing black, black hood.
I'd rather walk.
Guys, suit yourself. Maybe in the morning you change your mind.
What kind of conveyance do you have? What's your vehicle?
It's a open air wagon and 2 horses. It's enough. I have enough room. I just delivered supplies to the ladies that own this establishment, so my wagon is empty. I'm going back to the Seer Pool to visit friends.
Is this guy armed?
He visibly has a sword, but you don't know if there's anything else.
Okay.
He goes, "This is," and he kind of sees you eyeball it. And he goes, "This is just for my protection. You need that here in Barovia."
Well, I think we're okay for now.
Okay.
But
Well, I'll be leaving here in the morning at 8 o'clock if you change your mind. And he kind of goes back to sitting in the corner.
Shady.
He's like
Little shady.
smoking his pipe.
I thought it was a cigar.
He's that mysterious.
Well, longweed.
This skunk weed.
You pay attention.
Ismark, should we trust that guy?
I don't know because I don't recognize him.
And in general, Vistani?
Some Vistani I've had good relations with, but others no. They're a wandering group. There are certain camps I've heard of along the roads, but I don't know if there's some good or bad ones. I can't point them out to you.
You've never heard any rumors that they know how to get out of this mist?
I do not know. No.
We're here because of them. I don't want to be somewhere else because of them.
This one's shadier than the last one.
And
And look where we're at now.
We got 2 people we need to worry about. I don't need to worry about a third and whatever affiliations he's got.
Do I believe I couldn't lop his head off in 2 swings? No. Do I want to? Also no.
Unless you have to.
So Ismark goes, if we're finished with our drinks, maybe I can take you to the mansion.
You don't need to be here anymore.
All right, we will head off. You guys start walking down outside and heading south to the mansion. It's really hard to talk in my normal voice when I've been changing it so much. We'll just use him as the party marker.
You guys been watching the Smurfs?
Sounds like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I think that was Jurassic Park.
No,
They have watched
there's
this one.
somebody humming back
Oh.
here the Smurf song.
Oh yeah.
I think Dawson has.
So you get up to it, and it's a weary-looking mansion that squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate kind of lies cast aside, while the left that's cast aside, while the left one swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all around it. Heavy claw marks have stripped the finish on the outer walls, and great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Almost all the glass has been broken, and they're kind of barred with planks now, and some of them are stained with blood. And he goes, I'm sorry that it looks like this. Like I said, we've been attacked a lot. And
So does Strahd have some specific reason to come after you more often than not?
I think he's been trying to get at my sister. Especially in the past couple weeks, since that she was bitten. He's been coming almost every day.
How did that happen? How did she get bitten?
She was walking back home from church late in the evening when he had attacked her.
Does he usually attack at night?
Most of the time, but there has been rare occurrences in the day because the clouds are so dark here that, and he doesn't shimmer either. That's a myth.
So day is not any sort of protection from him.
No, not in Barovia, no. And so he walks up and he opens the door. And as soon as he opens the door, you hear a like a scream. And he goes, "What? Irina!" And he runs up the stairs.
I chase.
You chase after him?
Yep.
And you run after him. He runs up and barges open the door of her bedroom. You see this this woman jumping out like violently, like she's in a nightmare, and she's screaming, "He's got me! He's got me!" And then Ismark comes running over and goes, "Irina, it's okay. It was just a bad dream." And he goes, "Oh." And then she looks over, "Who's that?" He goes, "Don't worry, Irina. He's here to help. He's here to take us away." He goes, "Try to calm down and come downstairs and meet the rest of the people that will help us." And
Go back downstairs.
yeah, he starts to go downstairs. So you follow, and then he goes, "Oh, sorry about that. She was having a bad dream. Please make yourselves at home." And the interior of the mansion is well furnished. The fixtures, so some kind of wear, but there's the notable oddities are boarded up windows. There's holy symbols in every room. You see, and after you walk into the main entrance, there's a side hall, and laying on the floor with flowers that are kind of started to decay, lying in a coffin, an open coffin, is a male body. And he goes, "That's our father. We've been doing it. We've been in mourning, and we are hopefully can get him to the church this afternoon."
How did he pass?
Heart attack. I think we were attacked so much, it's just his heart gave out. He was a big man. And you can see that the coffin's kind of bowed a little bit.
A little wider built than usual.
He just could not stand the assaults. No one is brave enough to help us take him to the cemetery for proper burial. I hate to ask of another favor after already asking so much of you already, but maybe after you've rested for a little while, we all could take him to Father Donovich for his last rites.
And where's the church relative to him?
So,
Clear across town.
if we're leaving here, we're leaving here. The church has been protected. We bury him, we stay there.
Mm-hmm. We feel better on holy ground than
He hasn't been able to get in. It's protected,
I think
so
we're safer there.
we need
we're
to...
safer in the church. And obviously, they like to attack this building,
Yep.
and it's pretty worn down.
But we'll have
So, I'm going to look to Israel. Ismark. Gather what you think would be of value for us in this journey. What you think might be of a suitable payment for considerable tasks that you are asking of us.
He goes, I will look in my father's study. And please go ahead and sit down and relax. And so he goes off into another room. And a few moments after he leaves the room, Irina comes walking down the stairs, and she goes, "Welcome to our home. I am Irina Koliana." And you see she's wearing a scarf around her neck. And she goes, I'm sorry for the screaming," as she rubs her neck. "I was having a nightmare."
think nothing of it, madam.
Do you recognize this handwriting?
She looks. "That's my father's." He must have wrote this before he died.
In this place, it could have been after he died.
Yeah, but he's saying leave us for dead. No, don't leave us for dead. Save us. Much wealth in this community. What a joker.
Well, obviously he cared
I think he just was trying to save us. Oh, just so I don't forget, in case he wants to use it, will you go grab the other letter that's on my shelf?
I found it.
And she goes, so did Ismark ask you guys to help us?
He did. We're planning to leave tomorrow to move you to Valaki.
Okay. I'll go pack my things. But before we leave, we must bury my father.
You can accompany us to the church?
I believe I should. So I can pay my last respects. And she starts to head upstairs to go back.
I'll go wander over to look at the deceased patriarch of the house.
You go over and
As I'm doing it, I've pulled out the small holy symbol from my hand and looking at him, have placed it on his skin.
and nothing happens. He's just, in his position.
And this is all,
Yeah.
not grabbing a cross and slapping it on.
It's not Fright Night.
No.
Yeah.
Subtly checking without disturbing.
Yeah. Nothing happens. His skin is, it's ice cold, and he's dressed in his brown suit, probably the most fancy one he had, even though it looks still pretty common. And there's no visible wounds or anything like that. He's obviously not preserved, so he's already starting to decay a little bit, because they don't have the means to preserve him.
Fire leans over your shoulder. Did he die of a heart attack?
So is there anything that looks out of the ordinary with him?
None whatsoever.
Okay. Appears so.
I have no doubts now.
After a little bit of time, Ismark comes back and he's got a small wooden box. And he goes, "This was my father's life savings. I know it's not much, but I want you guys to have it." He flips it up, and there's a bunch of gold coins in there, 100 worth. And he says, "This, I hope, will be helpful to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "Please take it."
All right.
20 each.
All right. Yep. So add that to your sheets.
And I give 10 back. I like killing monsters.
He goes,
And he and his sister are gonna need a little bit of setting. So I give him 10 back.
"Thank you. You're so kind. What was your name again?"
My name is Thalon.
Fallon. Thank you. So a little bit of time passes.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
Ismark, is there any other equipment in the house? And these holy symbols that you have around the house, can we bring some of them with us?
Yes. Go ahead and grab them if you want, and then what do you as far as like equipment and what do you need?
Do you have any weapons? Do you have any traveling equipment?
I have my sword, and I can't remember what else. Oh no, yeah, I have my sword. We don't have any other weapons. We have some rations. If you would like some rations, we could bring some for you guys.
How cold does it get at night?
Well, we're in the southern part of Barovia, so it's for where we're going. I don't think it'll be too terribly cold, except for just this moist air. And he's like, I'll add some extra rations into my bag just in case. And, he's got his bag together. Irina comes down with her bag, and so we'll try to carry our bags. But who will help us carry the coffin?
He's a big guy. I think
That was going to be my next question.
a couple of us, or 4 of us even.
There's enough. He's attached wooden rail poles to the sides to hook underneath.
Is there a lid while we carry him?
He has put the lid on. There's enough room for 6, 3 on each side. So we can we try to divvy it up by height and stature and stuff.
I used some string and I attached a couple of the holy ornaments to the coffin.
Okay.
Just, I don't know, I've got a weird feeling about the neighborhood.
He's thank you. Irina, we should be going. She's kind of just staring all. Okay.
Over front left.
Back right.
Swords in my hand. My hand with the shield. Hand on the pole.
You said back right, I'll take back left.
So, do.
I'm just gonna drag the axle.
Bouncing off the cobblestones.
Ding, ding.
That
With
was
some no work.
Silent Hill, wasn't it?
You Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
And which one do you want? Which side do you want? That side? Alright. And
Between the big guys.
Irina, will you show us the way? And you guys start to head out and start making your way to the church. It takes a little longer now because you're carrying this weight, and because you're going slower, you all look up, and there's a part in the clouds just a little bit, and you can kind of see a silhouette of a huge castle up on this hill behind the church, like about 1,000 feet up. Yeah, up on this mountain. There's this big, huge castle, just looming down on the village.
All dark.
Yeah,
Dark.
like it's almost a silhouette of the castle. And this is probably the cleanest look you've gotten of it so far. And you guys, by this time, it's probably early evening, and what part of the sun you actually get through the clouds is starting to fade away, and it's starting to become evening. And definitely because it took a lot longer. It probably took an hour to get to the church from the mansion. But you get there to the church without issue. And Father Donovich even, he kind of saw you guys coming from afar, and so he's come out, and he's trying to help a little bit. He said, we will let's take this around back to the cemetery, and you guys carry it probably somewhere in the middle. And he spent the rest of the day digging a grave because he doesn't have an assistant, and so his pants are dirty. He goes, excuse my dress, I don't have a helper. And he goes, Irina, Ismark, my condolences. From far off, you guys can still hear the sun. Oh, I just hit the wrong thing. Locking it.
Hear or see?
You can hear the sun from the inside the church.
The crazy guy. You hear the sun. Can't even see the sun here. It's so gloomy.
you guys gently lower the coffin into the grave and start to. There's a couple shovels. Start digging it. While the Father Donovich says some prayers and gives the burgomaster his last rites, and Ismark, Irina, do you want to say anything? And Irina's like, oh, she's just crying. She can't just keep it in. And Ismark said, yes, we shall remember our father as a great man who tried his best to keep his family safe and his village. I just hope that this village will be saved, because I am not strong enough to stay here to protect it like my father did. And then we continue on. And do you guys want to say anything?
I'm sorry, I don't know the man.
And so Ismark does the final. He just does the final shoveling, and Father Donovich kind of looks down, and from the church, the screams get louder, and the lights from the church go out, like the inside, and you hear this louder screaming. Father God, my son, stay here! And Father Donovich just runs back around to. There's no entrance from the back. He goes, and you see him running around to the front of the.
I'm going to try
church.
to backseat speed to keep up with him.
What's that?
I'm going to run with him.
Okay, so you run with him. You guys arrive at the front at about the same time, and he opens the doors, and his son is out from under the basement and wreaking havoc in the church. And Father Donovich runs and goes, "No, Doru, don't do this!" And the Doru attacks his father.
It's gonna be a long 2 days.
I'll give you guys, before we go to initiative, you guys hear, you see it, you know exactly what's happening. But you guys hear this screaming and between Doru and the brother and Father Donovich. And Ismark's like, I'll protect my sister. What are you guys gonna do?
I kind of stay near Ismark or whatever, because I'm more of a long range.
I'm going from the front door.
Which way are you going? Left or right?
I'm gonna attempt to follow the cat. Yep.
Yeah, I'll go along.
Even though he's blazing the trail. Hey, that works too.
I guess it only goes that way.
Wait, did Ismark and Irina go toward the church, or are they still at the burial?
They're still at the burial site.
Oh, and I kind of follow at the back of the group.
Okay. And then, so you're going to be behind then. So you guys go ahead and set up. Ismark's going to, they're going to be back here still.
Where am I?
I guess 8.
This will be Father Donovich. And, he screams, and you see that he's got Father Donovich, and he's about to bite him. And we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
14.
22.
Dots on the bottom of the top.
Loki?
23.
And that one?
21.
Wow, good ones. Eldridge?
8.
And then I need to get
Physical risk.
our bad guy in there.
Or I wanted to be.
Trying to. There we go. It's a battle going on. Okay, first one up is Loki. Of course.
So I can either like play as my wolf right now or my character, right?
No, you can. Your wolf can move every turn, and you can move every turn. But as far as using your action for attack, only the wolf or you.
Because you have to tell him to attack. Using it for...
I do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then since my wolf can't really get in there.
You can go through allies.
Oh. 1,
What's its movement?
10, I think.
It seems like not
I
very
think
much.
it's 50 feet if it's zero.
Yeah, it's 50 feet.
Oh, okay. 10 squares. I see.
Squares, yeah.
I was thinking 10 feet.
10 squares?
Are we sure the wolf's not hurt?
Units matter.
He's going to attack.
Okay. Do you look at what your attack is?
Wait, why does it like? Why'd you cross that attack out and then like write something here?
Use those numbers instead,
26 plus 5?
Okay,
because it's based off of your attributes.
bite.
Roll for attack.
19. 19 to hit.
Good question. First fight of the night. I'm out of. Okay, here we go. Yes, that hits.
What? 12.
12 damage?
Yeah. I got a
Yeah.
6 in it too.
He's
Wow.
got a 6 and he's got a plus 5 in there and it all adds up.
That's a good roll. So your dog lunges for, your direwolf lunges for Doru and bites him on the shoulder. That releases Father Donovich from this grasp. And then we go to
Does he have a chance to knock him down? Or
for
the
the,
direwolf, I think if you hit somebody, you have a chance to knock them down.
Is that-
You would think so, but
read your attack.
Yep. Strength saving throw to knock down DC 13.
Okay. He passes 14.
okay.
You've been running the wolves.
I've been playing a druid and he's turning into a direwolf every game.
Next.
Alright, Blazing Fire, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to approach 10, 20 feet. And I'm going to chill touch this poor guy.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yes.
Uh, 1d8 necrotic. 7 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
He can't regain hit points until my next turn, I guess.
Okay. So you chill that freeze and he's just like, no! And that made him really angry. Dallin.
I will throw my spear from the doorway.
I'll duck.
14.
14
Well, he doesn't
misses.
fight 5 feet there to
Then
have
I
a good
will,
chance, but just in case.
Just in case.
He gets like a 1.
6, 7, 8. I'll use a key point for Fury of Blows.
Okay.
1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So 1.
1 damage? Or
No.
Oh,
Literally 1.
1 attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course that misses.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I
Let's just make sure it wasn't a critical.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
And then a 9. So
All right.
You slip and fall.
That misses as well. Where are his attacks? So, Doru looks at you and he lunges with these long clawed fingers. 14.
Miss.
Alright, Vale.
His clawed fingers?
Yeah, claws.
That doesn't sound good.
Typical vampire.
Kind of left the two people back. They're all on their own. Was there, when we were in the church before, were there windows going out of the church on the backside?
There's windows, you can see them right there.
These guys, are they full size, half size?
They're like stained glass.
Like tall stained
I
glass.
could fit through it if I went through it?
It's a 3-foot window,
Yeah.
looks like.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We're going straight forward then. 30, I'm going to use my action to dash. 5.
Okay.
Had a dash.
Eldritch.
Wisdom saving throw.
The bane of being male. You gotta get in there. But now we got him flanked.
That's going to help the Dario.
Help everyone.
What?
Advantage
Dario
on the
has
attack roll.
tactics, so he gets advantage when you put another.
Yeah.
I was trying to,
I
I'm
already
just
have
gonna roll
the
dice. I was
Falcon.
trying to use the old fancy
Already
rounds and
Falcon.
I'm like, oh, he
When
fails
I
that as
have
a
advantage,
3.
So, Toll the
I
Dead.
do it on trying to hit
Oh, that's
it
lovely.
Yeah.
It's a wall.
Two.
2 points of
I did do
necrotic
that.
damage.
last time, but I shouldn't have.
Alright.
And
He hears this
There's no
ringing in his
Yeah.
head and he's like,
I
no!
just feel like I was forgetting something, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
6.
Not a Goliath.
Not a Goliath.
Loki, you're up. Now that you have allies next to the enemy, if you attack, you have advantage, or if your wolf attacks, he has advantage.
I'm gonna move up 1, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
And my wolf is going to use bite again.
Okay.
And then I have advantage. So
Isn't companion a bonus action? Your
No.
character?
No, that's why that's why I've kind of boosted his character a bit, because it's action.
That's the action of a freaking. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I gave him
Another
some
reason
extra
not to be that
15?
type of elf.
stuff. What's that?
15?
15 hits.
It's like shoot my arrow or use my ammo. You get to choose.
15 damage too.
What?
Yeah, I got two 5s on roll and then it's plus 5.
It rolls 2 over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a
2d6.
15 damage? Okay.
That's a 2-handed weapon, apparently, that dog is.
Wow.
It's a big wolf.
So it bites the other shoulder, and then it bites like right here in the clavicle. He's still
But he may be knocked prone.
hanging in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, roll for strength. Oh, he does get knocked down prone. Go ahead and
That's advantage.
lay him down.
It gets over for this guy.
Fallon. Oh no, I'm sorry, blazing fire.
I might be doing a little too much damage.
Yeah, could you imagine if you got to attack twice?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's usually the person controlling has their action, and the bonus action is
Not in 5e.
like an artificer.
16.
It most
Jim.
definitely is.
No, but I mean not for ranger.
Yeah.
In
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
16.
Hits.
6 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Okay. So he uses half of his movement to get up. And he is really mad at that dog. He's gonna claw it. $13. Dice are not good for the bad guys tonight. Fail.
Is this guy still looking healthy?
I thought I was next.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
you're right.
And I
So-
still have advantage.
You have advantage?
I thought it was the
We're flanked right now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I had thrown my spear, so I draw my silver sword.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
That guy's got a silver sword.
9.
All right, 9 damage.
Got it in the kid's house.
I say, yeah, didn't we take it from dead people?
I gave him the silver sword and he gave me the comb.
Sounds like a fair trade.
It's George's sword.
No wonder I gotta start reading these resistances.
Yeah, this is
Go ahead,
necrotic?
Bill. You're up.
Is he
So-
resistant to necrotic?
No.
So which one of the
Oh, no, he's yeah. he
Which
is.
one of the beams is that one then?
Wow, this fight.
Is he still looking healthy?
The vampire?
Yeah.
He's a little worse for wear now.
Let's see, we're gonna probably take a nap eventually before we leave. I'm gonna guided strike. I'm gonna channel divinity and give my roll a +10. So 31.
That hit.
And now we're gonna.
31?
I have a +6, +10, so +15 on top of a. Yeah. We're gonna divine smite.
He rolls all the dice he owns.
23 points of slashing.
All right. Well, it's divine too. Isn't it?
Yeah, 10 points of slashing, sorry, and 13 points of
All
radiant.
right. So now that I've actually looked at this thing, so he'll take 5 slashing and then what?
It would be a total of 18 then.
Plus 18.
Yeah. Or total 18 damage
Got it.
with the 5 slashing. Crack.
Yeah, he seems to be resistant from necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, from non-magical. So your silver sword is good. All right, Eldridge.
Let's go guiding bolt level 2. That is 22 to hit.
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 17, 21 points of damage. And that would be radiant.
He takes that and it just shines him and it's almost burning his skin. And he's starting to scream, but he's barely hanging on. Loki.
I'm gonna
Wait.
move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my wolf is going to attack. 14.
Misses.
Do all of the attackers still have advantage?
What's that?
Do all of the attackers
Oh, yeah, I
still
still
have
have
advantage?
Oh, he has advantage also.
So
because,
7
yeah.
and... Oh, 13. So 20.
Yes, that does hit.
Ah,
I'm running around behind him.
15.
Nice. All right.
It's half because it's piercing damage or something, right?
Yes, but it is enough that he bites, gets the neck of Doru, rips it out, and he goes down. Just make sure. He goes down, but he's still, he's down, but he doesn't look like he's dead, but he's definitely incapacitated.
No regaining 8 hit points because of my chill touch.
Out of combat.
Out of combat.
I'm gonna go over to the window and see if I can see the two of them.
You see them, and Ismark's standing there with his sword, and he's, guarding his sister. Nothing seems to be
Tap on
happening.
the window. Come inside.
You see him kind of wave. They come around. He's like, "Oh my goodness!" And
Isn't he laying down?
yeah, Father Donovich is just huddled under the. He's like, oh, my son. Oh, I'm so sorry, Doru. I let you down. He goes, "Do any of you have a wooden stake?"
Nope.
There's
I reach over, grab a chunk of a pew.
I look up. Oh, he's already got it. Okay.
And he goes, please, this is my son. Let me do it.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "No, Father, you weren't able to before. You drive it through him."
And the vampire, and then turns to dust. And he goes, and Father Dominic is just uncontrollably sobbing. And he goes, "You're right. I probably."
No father should have to kill his son.
And he pulls his wineskin out and just finishes it off and drinks it down. He goes, "I failed this church. I failed my son." Oh. And he's just kind of sitting there sobbing while you guys mop up.
Dustpan.
I was gonna say, where's the Swiffer?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Dust Buster? Yeah, you know what that is, do you?
And Ismark and Irina just, they look shocked, and it's like, "So this is why there's been no church lately. He was harboring a vampire?
It was his son.
His,
He was trying to save his child.
oh, terrible thing. And you see Irina's kind of looking past you all, like almost out the window, and just kind of blank-faced, rubbing her scarf.
Would you have brought her closer to the castle?
Come in. Sit down. Let's stand at the doorway.
And they come in and push them in. And,
These rooms didn't have windows, did they? Or
they do not, and the doors are closed. So, Father Dominic goes, "It's getting late. Please stay here tonight. But I'm going to retire to my room for the evening.
You understand?
Much reflection to do." And so he gets up and he goes into this room here, and you hear some more sobbing in there.
In where was the boy being kept? Was he downstairs?
basement?
Yeah. He and Father Donovan said there's a bedroom, there's a study. One of the rooms, the roof is leaking, and so that would probably be great. Maybe he goes, maybe the dog could stay in there.
Can we see where the sun came up from the basement?
You can't see it yet, but if you go and inspect the rooms, you might.
I didn't know if there was a hole in the floor or something that he came through to get at the father.
You don't see anything in the main chapel or the hallway of where he might have came up.
I'm gonna go in. Father Donovan said was there.
I'm gonna tag along.
So you open up the door and look in, and it looks like this was the son's bedroom, maybe pre-vampire.
Okay.
It's dirty, contains a wooden bed with a straw-filled mattress. Mounted above the bed's headboard is a wooden holy symbol. But it looks like it hasn't been touched in a long time, this room.
Okay.
And you look in that room? Or-
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So you look in there, and yeah, there's holes in the ceiling. It smells moldy. There's a few broken shingles amidst the puddles. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor. It looks like it was held shut at one point with some chains, but that has been busted through. And then there's just the puddles and the wood all around there.
Looks like I found the trap door to the basement.
I want to hack like 2 of the remaining half pews apart and try to make some more wooden stakes.
Okay. Why don't you roll a
Carpenter skill.
D6?
With a great axe?
No.
5.
5. So you make 5.
Sweet.
Whitland. Your Whitland knife.
Actually, be perfect for that.
Alright, I'm gonna go check the other door.
Okay. This looks like an office. There's an old desk and chair against the south wall. Holy symbol mounted above them. It's a sunburst of the morning Lord. A 10-foot long iron rod attached to the north wall stands bare, suggesting that a tapestry once hung there. Against the far wall is a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors.
I'm gonna check the cabinet, see if there's anything of interest in it.
So you open it up and look. There's a tinder box, some candles, 2 books. One of them is called Hymns of the Dawn, Chants of the Morning Lord. Another one is The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in warfare against heresies. And then, it just goes on to say it's a strange book that mixes logic exercises and descriptions of fiend worshipping cults.
Okay. Anything in the desk of interest?
There is some blank parchment along with a couple pen quills and dried up jars of ink. And then there's a small money box, but there's no money in it.
Alright. You got an empty office.
Okay.
1 bedroom.
And the room with the hole in it looks like it's the trap door to the basement.
I have stakes.
So I think the 2 of them should take the bedroom. There's no windows, so there's nothing to get through from the outside, and we post outside the door there.
Yep.
Once we go check out the basement.
What you mean?
So Ismark and Irina agree with that, and so they head in there. Who's going down there?
Well, I'm curious as heck. I'm
Yeah.
going.
I'm gonna stand in the hallway.
Recover my spear and
Let
I'll
them
go
do
down.
it.
I told my wolf to stay here, and I go down armed with my sword. So.
Very nice.
Can I,
Very nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
can I get the bag of holy symbols that you got from the manor?
Yeah. And maybe see if there are some more that we can scrounge from here without risking the church.
Mine in my hand.
I'm just gonna move this over.
From the back.
So you guys start to climb down. You got to climb down the ladder to get to
You're
this
third.
platform, and then you come down, and it's all dark, and the stench is just terrible, and it's just really dark and quiet.
You're hanging upstairs with me.
Yep, I'm going through the symbols, see if they're made of a silver.
It may be very dark, but we can all see.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got no
You
silver.
can all see the whole entire room.
That's why I got stakes.
So you take a look around and you see like in the one corner there's just like a little hovel of hay where Doru probably slept. There's dead rats all over the place. Like that's what he was being fed, to sustain himself while he was down here. And, other than that, it's just a filthy basement.
Doesn't look like anything down here that's worth either trying to make a hole down here and securing ourselves, or worth bringing up.
I'm going to investigate the bedding, see if there's something that you hid in there.
You go check it, and there's nothing. It's just all hay
Half-eaten rodents.
and more rats. Yeah.
So can you look at these, use your religion, and see if any of them are
And
effective?
the walls are solid. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's just all the foundation of the church there, and those posts there are just part of the supporting of the church.
Is the stairs like?
So it's stairs going down to a platform, and then there's ladder to go out.
Is there anything like under the stairs, like?
No, because it's just like a cement platform. Yeah. You guys have
I
questions?
dig through his holy symbols. Do any of them look like they'd be effective against vampires, the undead creatures we've already fought?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they're all similar of the sun for the Morning Lord.
Yeah, they might. You'd have to test them.
That sounds dangerous.
You guys come up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the best looking one then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Stick the rest in the bag.
hang it on my.
We could throw them at something. I mean, they're in the shape
My
of the
cloak.
sun. You know, you gotta use them like a little.
I walk out.
Maybe the monk can use them as a shirt.
Ooh, holy symbol shurikens. Yes. I think you should tell him when he comes up out of the basement.
Sounds like an FX
Make sure we
movie.
bless them first.
Yes, it does. Either FX or sci-fi.
So the evening wears on, and you guys find some places to rest or meditate. Anything else that you guys want to say or do before the evening, before the...
Here's some holy symbol shurikens. I don't know if they'll work, but throw them at them.
Interesting.
I'm armed with my longbow, just in case.
Well, I don't have anything silver at all, so I'm gonna keep one of the symbols, one of these.
How many did you give me?
How many did you have?
How many did you give me? You're the one that collected them from the manor in the first place.
How many holy symbols did we retrieve from the manor?
From the manor, I think there's 3.
Okay.
You got
And
2.
then there was 2.
No.
I'm keeping one.
Oh, okay. Got it. And then as far as the church ones, the earlier father said, please don't take ours.
Yeah, I don't think we should take
No,
the
go
church.
ahead. We'll take the church ones.
We don't want to make its defenses weak.
Before you guys go down, you walk by, there's a mirror in the hallway there, and you see your reflection, but you look significantly older. Gray hair, wrinkles, crow's feet, like you've aged a lot.
In the mirror.
Fallon, yes, in the mirror.
Do I look older to you guys?
No.
You guys look at him, and he looks...
Then what?
Older than I did 5 minutes ago. This mirror makes me. I look in this mirror and I'm looking at an old elf.
You guys look at him, he looks normal. You look at him in the mirror, he looks normal.
How do I look in the mirror?
You look normal.
Do I look normal?
Yes.
No mad mage.
And after a few times of looking, though, you finally look and it goes back to normal. All right. You guys will go down for the night. While you're sleeping, Eldritch, you have this weird dream. You see in this dream a mansion, one that you have not seen yet. A woman lying in bed with what looks like a mannequin. A door with sounds like cats scratching on the other side of it, trying to come in this room. There is a distinctive wedding dress on display in this room. And then it flashes for a moment and you see this wedding dress being worn by a woman with white powder skin, and she looks very pleased. And that's your dream.
And I don't recognize the woman. I can't see the face clearly.
The face is blank.
Really sounds like Silent Hill.
It's a nurse.
Yay.
Alright, well let's do long rest and take a quick break.
We just meditate for 4 hours.
If we're going to be walking, we should probably get going. It's at least a 2-day walk to get to Valaki.
All right. I'm no stranger to walking.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna close this one up. So you guys, you start packing up, getting everything ready. Father Donovich gives you all a blessing and a farewell.
I'm gonna ask him before I leave to bless one of my water skins.
To
Make holy water.
Okay.
he says, well, go ahead and I have holy water in the font. Go ahead and take some, and so he has you fill that up, and then he says a blessing to the morning ward and hands it back to you.
And I would ask not to impose, Father, but if you could bless my spear and my silver sword.
And he does the same thing. It doesn't seem to do anything to the spear, but obviously the silver sword is already magical. So you're able to hit things that normally would be resistant to that. But the spear stays the same.
May you bless my sword and arrow tips?
He does, but they stayed the same.
Well, thank you again for the restoration of my strength, which is greatly appreciated.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Safe travels, everybody. Safe travels.
May you find peace in the loss of your son.
I don't know if I ever will, but maybe someday this scourge that is Strahd will be destroyed.
I have a feeling we'll be back. Hopefully we can count on you for.
Alright. So, we'll just put them right there for now. So, you guys start to head out of the village. And you start walking, and you don't make it quite to, you see a bridge up ahead. You don't quite make it to that bridge when you hear a wagon coming up behind you guys.
Oh, it's up there.
And he starts coming up, and you can see that you recognize the black cloak, and it's the Vistani. And he goes, so, how about that ride, gentlemen? Do you want to ride with me today?
He's still shady. He's not any less shady just because it's the next day.
Thank you very much for the offer, but we've got it.
What condition is the sister in?
The what?
What condition is Irina in?
You mean like how is she looking?
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be in
Keeping up?
good spirits, and Ismark stays close to her all the time, but she seems kind of fine.
Seems hardy enough to take the track on her feet.
So far, yeah. Okay, well then suit yourself, and he keeps going and starts heading out. He goes over the bridge and kind of disappears into the forest ahead. And you guys walk past the river, over the bridge, and you keep going for a little while. And you see in the woods part there, right here, as it's coming this way, you hear another horse coming.
From behind?
Like from where the direction you are headed. And it's just a lone horse. And coming around the bend, you see a skeletal horse with a skeletal rider. And he's just riding right towards you guys.
Get off the road.
Yeah, I'll step to the side.
Okay.
Because we're noobs here, we don't know anything.
And it's coming right at you. And he's running, or the horse is going, and it just continues on, and doesn't even pay attention to you guys. It just goes right past you.
Do we still see the village?
No, you guys are in the woods now.
Just some sort of
Those are
messenger.
just bones, right?
It'll look like.
Okay. Making sure I'm not seeing stuff.
That was interesting.
Ranger, do you want to walk in the lead and just keep your eyes open for issues?
Hey.
Sure. I kind of walk ahead a little bit just to look out.
Okay. You don't see anything else coming.
Should we keep going?
Yeah.
Follow along, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up front.
Don't want to burn our daylight.
You walk a little further, and you come to a crossroads. Right.
So where's your little bead?
Yeah. Right. Here, we'll use that. You come to a crossroads. There's so an old wooden gallows creaks in the chill wind that blows down from the high wind to the west, and a frayed length of rope dances from its beam. Just the rope. The well-worn road splits here, and a side post opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village, where you just came, the Seer Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and then disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
We look over to Ismark. Which path do we take?
Well, I heard there's a shortcut through the forest and through the Seer Pool. And since we're on foot, I would recommend the shortcut. And by this, it's like starting to be about midday. We've walked for a while. And he goes, if we need to, maybe we can make camp by the pool.
The pool is...
The Seer Pool. T-S-E-E-R.
That's probably up here by this bridge or right here?
Right.
That's
Oh.
where Shady Carriage Man was going, by the way.
I'm not interested in Slovaki shortcuts.
I vote shortcut because we might want to get there faster.
Well, if we didn't trust the wagon driver who is going to that pool,
The looking at the roads, you see that the wagon tracks definitely stick to the main road. They don't go as like there is wagon tracks to the northwest, but there's not as they're more faint. I think we
So
should.
the fresh ones are going this way.
Yep.
And there's no fresh ones going towards the pool.
Right. I recommend that we take the shortcut. I don't. It's much longer to go all the way around. And just what was that?
What was what?
I don't know. I heard like some creaking.
Can we hear the scream and water at all?
In the distance, a little bit. Yeah. Who's standing in the furthest behind?
Me? Why me?
Because you're always the last one.
All right. I'm taking up the rear because I'm
So
vigilant.
you hear the creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows, and where there was no body before, there now hangs a lifeless gray body, and the breeze just kind of turning it slowly, and when it faces you and looks right at you.
Something just appeared in the gallows. Let's go. Go.
Where?
I look back at the gallows. Is it there?
You see a body, but it's just limp. Right.
Yeah, there's a body there now. Fresh cart tracks go the long way, according to him. So let's take a shortcut, I guess.
What logic is that, sir?
You're the one who wants to leave. Do you not want to leave? We can stay by the creepy gallows.
No, I
if you
just
want.
thought we were going to go the long way because it's safer.
He told us he was going to the sewer pool, but the cart tracks look like they're going the other way.
Oh, so you think he lied to put us into danger?
He's shady.
Okay.
I can believe but just about any dark thing about that guy right now.
Can't trust anybody that goes from a cigar to a pipe that quickly.
See, it makes good thematic sense.
We'll put them in the middle, and if you don't want to take up the rear, I will. Or if you want to take up the rear, I'll go first.
So let the ranger go first.
Yeah.
You might spot stuff that we wouldn't, I thought.
Plus I'm familiar with
Put you in the rear, put him in front of put you two in front of them, and we'll go out front. He'll scout.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Shortcut it is. Yeah, well, yeah, that's good.
You got it.
Just so long enough.
So you guys start walking down the road less traveled, and you walk for a while, and you kind of come out of the woods, out of the clearing there, and you see this pool, and the road is starting to get really muddy. And then the ruts from the wagons are really deep in there. And, it definitely looks like more feet getting stuck in the mud than the wagons, though. Next to a river, the river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. You guys come to a campground. And there's 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring, 4 barrel top wagons.
Torch?
A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, and it's sagging from like the rain. And then near that tent, there's 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. Let me pull this up.
At least the water's safe.
For the moment.
For what?
The horses are safe for the horses.
Are they alive or dead?
So, do we recognize these tents?
One second. Yeah, that works. So you guys are arriving from down this way along the road, and you they don't look like, oh, I've seen these particular tents before, but you do see that they look similar to the ones that you found at the Vistani camp.
So
When
the
you
Vistani
guys-
style tents, just
Yeah.
not the same exact
Right.
tents. Okay.
There is 12 people standing and sitting around the fire. They're telling stories, drinking wine. You see also that there's a couple of them resting by their wagons. And then you see this tent. There's a couple of them kind of standing just outside this big tent here. This is bigger than these ones. And as you, I'll go ahead and give you guys a moment too before I go forward. Like, they haven't seen you yet. So what would you like to?
I see people up there.
What time of day is it by the time we get here?
afternoon. And Ismark goes, they don't look harmful.
Looks can be deceiving.
Would you say that if you ended up in this place if you weren't here before?
I don't understand.
It was a camp just like this that we fell asleep next to and ended up here.
Well, maybe you can find your way back from this camp.
It'd be unfortunate for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We trying to break bread or we trying to camp off and hopefully not go into camp?
I think we should pass them by.
Run by, let's go camp somewhere else.
Yes.
Alright.
As you guys start to walk past, you notice an old woman step out of the tent. And, adventurers! Where are you going? I've been expecting you.
Mm-hmm.
Blazing fire!
Ignore her.
Darwin! Loki!
Note that one here.
Who?
Eldridge!
Well,
And Bale!
that's even like that's almost old too suspicious.
Do we recognize her?
You do not. You never seen her before.
No good can come.
Please! I have been waiting for you for a while. Please, come into my tent. We have much to discuss.
What do you want?
I look over at Ismark. Are the Vistani seers? Are these
Be trapped.
travelers? What do you know about them? Are they seers? Do they?
I know that they have been in these lands a long, long time. And I know that the elders usually have what we heathen powers. They can tell your fortune, I've been told.
Are they for Strahd or against Strahd?
I know some are and some aren't. Similar to like a Zentarum thing.
Woman, how do you know our names?
She goes, I know everything. Well, not everything. I know about you. I know that you've been forced here. I can help you find your way home.
Does she seem trustworthy?
You can roll an insight.
Oh yeah, we should go talk to her.
Blazing fire is pretty much like saying that you guys need to go in a tent.
Yeah.
He's already walking.
She's good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already drank the juice.
He's drank the vino.
Whoa. Why are we going off to
Come
some
on.
strange
She's
lady?
safe, I tell you.
Why are we going off to some strange lady's place?
Loki, do you want to avenge your clan and fight for glory?
Yeah?
Darwin, do you want to learn about the history of your mentor?
Alright.
Blazing fire.
She already knows a lot about us.
Do you
10 minutes.
do you
we
want
don't
to
say
find
that.
your hidden treasure?
Well, I definitely have to talk to her now.
10 minutes. We don't camp here.
How
Yeah, we won't camp here, but we gotta talk to her.
10 minutes.
Okay.
I whispered to the group, how do we know that she's not like trying to lure us into a trap by like Strahd
She seems
or
really-
vampires?
She seems safe to me. She has information I need.
Please come. I must speak with you.
I'll go if you guys go.
And
You guys
Ismark,
wanna wait on the trail and I'll go?
Ismark says, well, she didn't call us to, so we'll go sit by the fire with the.
Don't drink.
Okay,
Don't drink their wine.
we won't.
Yeah, it's really strong.
And Ismark goes, oh, he kind of like gives a little like, hey, like, okay, can we come sit down? And the rest of the Vistani welcome them.
My
That wouldn't happen to be our guest, would it?
It would happen to be. She just left work.
Okay.
my wolf goes over to take a little drink out of the.
Okay.
Oh, that pet didn't last long.
Come on.
Oof.
So
Now ghost.
she invites you into the tent, and then she walks. She walks
As a group?
into everyone
Alright.
of the party.
I'm gonna stand at the door. I ain't going in the tent.
I'm staying out until
You stay
someone
with
comes
them?
out
I'm
alive.
stay with them. I'm here to
Anybody
protect
does.
them.
I've got one of my
1, 2. Yeah.
holy
there's-
shuriken.
I'm gonna be in the middle. I can see them and I can watch them too.
So she says, your friends have nothing to fear. You're safe here.
We haven't been so fortunate in the past with your people of your clan.
Well, I do. I know that you are in foreign land and you want to get back home. So maybe please have them come sit.
I'm afraid they're just not going to.
Do you mind if they just sit at, or join us at the remaining outside of the tent though?
I suppose you can relay information to them.
Okay?
And she snaps her fingers, and you guys sit around this kind of fire, and she kind of goes,
See, I told you she was safe.
Nobody who laughs can be all bad.
and she's got some cards she's kind of playing with. What is it that calls you to such a place? Is it duty, knowledge, revenge, or merely fate? Your journey will take you into the darkness itself, to a land that preys upon its people. You clutch onto your steel and faith, but you are far from the sight of your gods, lost in the mist. For only the dead seem to find you. Seek the castle if you must, but know this, that you cannot make demands with the devil Strahd, for he is the ancient, he is the land, and you are his guests. Fallon, please shuffle the deck for me.
Red demon kidnap. Red demon kidnap.
I'm kind of listening a little bit through like outside the tent.
Huh?
I'm kind of listening through outside the tent,
Yeah.
trying to make sure they're not getting killed or tortured.
The doors are open. You guys can see.
No, it's empty. That's why I fell over.
And, she takes it.
Did she just deal a card out of her sleeve?
Cards. I will tell you things that will help you in this land and help you not only find your way home, but rid this land of the curse. The curse Curse of Strahd. This, and she lays out the cards.
I walk in and I'm too interested to stay outside.
This first card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. And don't worry, all of this stuff I'm gonna write out so you guys will remember. The wizard. One second. Look for a wizard's tower on a lake. Let the wizard's name and the servant guide you to that which you seek.
Wizard's Tower on a lake. That would be Conan.
Hey, I didn't write this.
Yep.
The second card. The monk. And I'm not talking about that one. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The treasure you seek is hidden behind the sun in the house of a saint.
Which saint?
Oh, an ancient saint of the lands. This next card is of power and strength that tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. The enchanter.
Light.
I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. Look to the master of the marsh who knows of whom I speak.
Go ahead. Yes. I knew this was going to be good.
The mist. You guys have all met the mist. But what does this card represent? This card will shed light on one who will help you greatly in battle against the darkness. You may meet this one soon on your travels. They will find you. And the final card. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. The Dark Lord. This is terrible. He lurks in the depths of darkness, in the one place he must return.
The camera came.
It's okay. This has been your fortune. The cards have spoken. Find these 3 items. Find an ally. And then you will be able to smite your enemy. And she... Oh, that always takes so
out.
Any questions for Madam Eva?
Where is this marsh? Do you know?
Might be the. I know of a place south of Valaki that might point you in the right direction.
What can you tell us about how we got here if you know that we're not supposed to be here?
Strahd likes to invite people to these lands for his enjoyment.
Is Strahd watching us?
He is always watching over his land. And he is always hungry.
What do you know about staying safe in these woods? What are the best weapons or defenses against the undead that we're seeing?
Well, you guys have fared fairly well so far, haven't you?
Well, we've survived.
You survived. And she giggles. Just watch your backs. Paladin. Or, you're far away, so. You have a paladin with you. Look to him for the light. And you have a celestial within your mix. Who's learning of what he is supposed to be.
Is it you?
The guy with the wings.
I didn't know if we knew that yet.
You'll carry
Took him out of the building. It was flying.
you carry precious cargo with you. Ismark and Irina. I know where you take them. Valaki may prove to not be as so safe as Ismark believes. You may find safer accommodations in the village of Kresk. Krezk. But it is much further than Valaki. You must go more west. Take them to Valaki if you can, but don't stay long.
Where do you? So are you saying that we should go to Krusk after Valaki?
Yes, there you will find the abbot. He is the presider in the abbey. The Abbey of Saint Markovia. He can take care of Irina. Now, enough seriousness, please. It is getting late. I invite you to stay here for the night.
I'm afraid my companions will not be in favor of that.
Okay, be safe in the evenings of the darkness. And she says, "You may go."
How do you protect your camp at night?
I have my ways. Strahd gives us Vistani privilege in these lands. And you start to remember the story that Stanmir had said about how they saved a prince who was wounded.
For earning his favor, evidently.
Well, thank you, seemingly kind woman.
And she goes, "Be safe now."
Thank you. So how late is it?
It's evening now.
So we can make an hour or two out of this camp if we continue on? I'm with you guys. I don't think we should stay.
I don't think we should have stopped.
She told us a lot. She didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, but she told us a lot.
She said that you, as our paladin, we should look to you for the light.
Got some way to make light?
I use the axe to reflect the fire in your face.
I was hoping you had more than a parlor trick.
Nope.
Maybe she wasn't literally meaning light.
And,
There's a lot of stuff she wasn't literally meaning.
in a meta moment, I'll write that stuff up, so because it's going to be a lot, and you're going to probably want to reflect back on that throughout the adventure. So I'll write that up and share with all of you, so, rather than trying to be like constantly trying to remember it.
But we're gonna be like, is this the monk? Is this the monk?
All right. Well, let's get Ismark and Irina from the fire, and let's hit the road.
Okay.
While I was listening in from the outside, I heard he's the ancient and he is the land, and I remember that from the dungeon and those weird people chanting.
Mm-hmm. Probably worshipped him.
It's good to remember that.
So you guys start to head out. We'll just use him as the marker. And start walking northwest. And once you get past the camp, this road starts to just turn into a path. And it looks like definitely no wagons go further than the camp. It's more of a footpath from that point on. And Ismark's like, it shouldn't be much further to the bridge, and we should be back on track, I think.
Can we make before dark, you think?
Well, it's already starting to get dark.
I mean, is it right ahead?
It's a little ways ahead. I think that we may be spending the night out exposed. Oh, I mean hurt. But we should probably get out of the woods at least and press on.
Make it to the bridge and camp at the bridge.
Do we figure out that we all see in the dark?
Yeah.
Generally?
Yep. But Ismark and Irina don't. They're human, right?
Yeah, they're human.
So who's walking next to them?
And their escort.
I'm up front again.
I'll try to keep them safe. Where do we want?
Tap your spear and it's now emanating light.
Okay. So you guys start walking. It's starting to kind of be more uphill. It's a little muddy and but a little slippery. From afar, you can see a waterfall. This waterfall kind of drops down into the river that you guys have been following. And this path you're on really clings to the mountain. and just before you can see you can see the arching bridge just above, and the path kind of starts to zigzag up to get up to the road. And you guys make it up with no issue back onto the Svalich Road, and you see the bridge, and so you see this arching bridge. There's the stone, and there's gargoyles cloaked in black moss, but like perched on the corners of the bridge, like each corner of the bridge.
Always a good sign.
And below that, the water drops and falls. It looks like a couple 100 feet.
This side or that side?
Does the other side, from where we stand, does the other side appear more clear of trees?
Yeah. So once you guys have come up back onto the road, you can see that you kind of come out. Like there's still a little bit of trees to your west, but you look across and it looks more like just like high plains, and then you start to see that a mountain kind of starts to go up towards this way. But it looks like mostly just plains with some kind of shrubberies here and there, but not forest.
So some trees for some shelter, or open terrain for the night?
Well, I'm comfortable with the trees. What do you think, Ranger?
Trees.
I'm a wood elf. I'll be happier in trees myself.
Just inside.
Yeah. Claw marks, we don't know what comes at night. Yeah, we'd rather have trees.
Okay. So we head to the woods, try to find
Like just in.
Yeah.
Just inside. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys find a small area where enough of you can relax and hang out. What are your plans as far as camp?
Can we make do without a fire?
I can.
And you can hear the distant waterfall.
You cannot.
I can.
Okay.
do the rations need to be cooked?
And Ismark says, "I got some hardtack we can just eat."
I'd say let's stay dark if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fire.
Tap your spear. Light's gone.
Yep. Take turns keeping watch. There's 5 of us.
Well,
We
we can take 4 hours each.
Oh, wow. I can get a good night's rest.
So
Who wants to go first? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Do you want Cheetos?
Ah,
So your choice. You want to go first or second?
Yes.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys bed down for the night. Ismark again just sleeps right next to his sister, and to guard her, and she is a little nervous about being out. And she's kind of like whispering, like, I just don't know if this is safe. And Ismark's comforting her and trying to get her to calm down a little bit, and so she could sleep. We have our party here. They will keep you safe. I will keep you safe. And you guys go down for the night.
Actually, you get some rest first. I need it. You were doing a lot of fighting.
So your first watch.
No, he's first watch. We switched.
Oh, okay. So you're going first. Be a perception check.
Don't I get advantage because my wolf is near me? Or
Yes.
if I, yeah. 18.
In the distance, from the opposite of where, so you got the road, just inside the woods is you guys, and then further west is you hear some groaning.
So that way?
Yeah.
And
Would it be weird to bring Burger King?
She can bring whatever she wants. That's fine.
Bring back Burger King.
Tell her we've got plenty of snacks too.
and I don't see anything, right? I don't see anything.
Like for herself, or because I don't need any Burger King.
I don't need
I don't need anything
Yeah.
either.
I don't
She just wants to know, would it be weird for me to bring Burger King?
Like
So
a
she hasn't eaten.
No, come
Oh,
eat.
She hasn't had
Tell her
dinner.
she can eat.
She hasn't had dinner.
Totally fine.
No, you have to
You're
start.
the McDonald's guy, so.
Yeah. Is that conflict of interest?
Yeah.
I'm the dollar soda guy.
So you hear some groaning coming from the west in the woods.
In the woods?
Yeah, still in the patch of woods, but like at least what you think.
It doesn't matter where the hell it's coming from. What are you going to do?
And can I like kind of tell if it's like undead or alive?
It sounds like a groan, like some sort of.
So, the growler.
I'll wake up the paladin. I kind of shake his shoulder and tell him that there's groaning and that we might need to get people up.
Ting! Was gonna hit my axe on like a rock. Something loud to wake everyone up.
What?
Something's in the forest.
Groaning. Yeah.
What? Okay.
There's groaning and we might need to prepare.
False life.
Alright,
Where's my
I'm
man?
gonna start walking towards it.
Oh, and I wake up my wolf.
The wolf's already awake with the sound of rock on
Rock on metal.
Probably. Just in
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find.
Which phone do you have that has the touchscreen thumbprint?
No 10 plus.
Does it work well?
Wait, you got
I
that
love
same-
mine.
Great.
Phenomenal. And if you ever needed it, it's
Oh, yeah.
got a little stylus in it too.
There we go.
Yeah, they got rid of the iris sensor on the 10 Plus for the more in-depth thumbprint,
I think like three fingerprints.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
this
And it's a
now.
specific finger
Mm-hmm.
too, so it's
which is nice.
really nice.
Is it pretty windy?
Wait for it.
Yeah, we were here.
Yeah.
We're reusing it.
Is it pretty actually?
I'm walking towards the groaning, so I'm gonna be closest.
DM,
What?
is it actually pretty windy?
I'm slowing it down.
Okay.
It's not quite that windy.
I'm like,
I get wind into effect when I shoot my fireballs.
yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm just trying to get everything together because this is how random encounters happen.
Where does your daughter work?
Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Walking.
As close as I can get before the fighting starts. I only have to move once.
What's going on? What's going on?
He started off to go look to see what was happening.
Walking
and
towards
I'm,
the growling.
and I'm having a hard time getting everything squared away because this was a random encounter. And we will just go with. Where are they at?
2 arms.
Oh, and Irina and Ismark. Are they like following us, or
Us?
Well-
So far, only one's walking.
are they following him? Are they?
Probably not.
I think
What are
staying
they-
here to guard the Diana's dog.
Well, she doesn't like to be in the dark anyway, so she's not gonna chase after me going after growling.
Yeah, but like, are they doing anything, or are they just sitting there?
Give him a minute to get set, then we can start all of that. Patience.
Moving.
Do Do some more push-ups or something.
There you go.
Okay.
3 spell slots. It's in the middle of the night, which means we're gonna need a long rest. All right.
All right. So go ahead and
Okay.
Blow
Have-
all, right?
have all of them further down that way. It's like camp right over there in that little area. And then you were gonna start coming.
Yeah, wherever you want me. Walking towards it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let him wander off alone, so I'm gonna. We don't know each other really well yet, but I've gotten kind of fond of the guy. So.
So you hear.
I'll stay here and guard them.
I'm scanning the opposite direction
Okay.
for anything coming behind us.
So that's the closest to the road. You don't see anything coming there. You hear louder some.
Hands on the axe. All right, let's go.
And then coming around
Clank, 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 clank.
from the trees.
Not 2 more.
4 more.
Are some similar monsters that you've fought before. We'll go to initiative.
Are they close enough to hear us?
They're gonna be because I'm about to
Within
yell.
earshot, it should be.
Oh, no,
20, not natural.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Natural 1.
Okay. You said 20.
20.
Blazing fire.
16.
Axe.
Ooh.
It goes swish, swish, smack.
And Loki.
5.
And Colin.
Me.
15.
15.
You.
And Eldred.
20.
And I'm assuming you're gonna want to go for.
No. I want him to go first. Walkers.
Alright.
Walker is Texas Ranger. But
All right, you're up, Eldridge.
Elvish Ranger.
Alright. I'm looking at Blazing Fire. Are you good?
I'm good.
Alright. I'm going to turn, walk forward 10 feet, and I'm going to cast Bless. So that gives the monk, the paladin, and the ranger, not his dog,
It's a wolf.
1d4 to attack or saving throws. Add.
So you'll add 1d4 to your attacks or saving throws.
Your attack.
Not the wolf.
Him,
One
not
time?
that. No. For next minute.
Oh,
1d6.
Concentration. 1d4.
to
10 rounds?
all attacks and all.
Yes.
Saving.
To attacks and saving throws.
Okay.
You doing anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Dale.
Have at thee. 5. Natural 20. Divine Smite.
A whole bunch of dice. He got a 12-sided.
So... Does Divine Smite get doubled on a crit?
Your dice get
Your
doubled,
base
don't
dice would, wouldn't they?
they? Yeah.
I think it's.
Would you double Divine Smite on a 20? Because it's on hit.
What do you roll for Divine Smite?
3d8 for damage.
I guess you double it, right? I mean, we could roll it later, but yeah, just double that.
Okay.
Whoa.
And your 4?
Only to hit, not to, I think. 16, 32 plus 2 is 34 radiant damage and 24 slashing.
So that, yeah, you, for one, you,
The whole night lights up.
so that, yeah, that zombie just obliterates.
So it's a zombie.
There's a little burning pile of zombies.
There was.
That's what I meant to make this character do. That's it for me.
Alright, Blazing Fire.
Being inspired by that, I will use a firebolt on that.
Okay.
Fireball?
Firebolt. Bolt. It's a cantrip. 17 to hit.
Yes.
I wish I had great weapon master.
6 points of fire damage.
That fire hits this thing and burns it, and it burns the arm off. And the arm flops to the ground, but it's starting to keep moving a little bit.
Oops.
That's its arm, but it does take the damage. And what was it? You said 8?
6.
6.
Or just saying zombie.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm switching to chill touch after this.
Fallon, you're up.
So, spear attack.
1d4 to hit also.
Yep, it's in there. Thank you. 27 to hit. With
Hits, of course.
8 piercing.
Okay. So, you pierce through and shoves through the other shoulder, and the other arm falls off and flops to the ground. And you said it was 8 or 12? Okay.
8.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 8. Sorry.
Okay.
And then I'll leave that for now.
All right, Loki.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my wolf is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and attack that dude.
I don't know, it looked a little lost, like you skipped one, but...
Really? Well, I have 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll put it there.
Either way. Okay. Attack with advantage.
He's got like 15.
Oh no, I can't attack with advantage though, because...
Oh, no, that's right. It's
Yeah,
not.
doesn't
There's no one next to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just attack no one. But don't forget your D4 to add to it.
Wolf's attack.
Doesn't matter.
Oh. So many good mechanics. You missed?
Yeah.
Alright.
And
So, the zombie that's near Fallon and Bale it does not have arms anymore, so it tries to bite at the monk. 19.
That hits.
5 piercing damage. And the arm, which is next to Fallon, claws at his leg and misses. And this arm crawls closer to Bale. 19.
Yep.
6 slashing damage. And this one. What's this one?
that was
That one's
dead.
dead. Okay. I was like, he's coming along.
Yeah, he got burnt to the ground.
How slow are these guys again?
They just shamble.
Ridiculous.
Only 20 feet. So he's right there. And then other one's gonna attack the dire wolf with first it's 2 claws. 9 misses. 13.
Miss.
And then it's gonna try and bite. 22.
Yep.
3 damage to the dire wolf. Keep track of it somewhere. And that was that one. So we're back at the top with Eldridge.
Let's go. Where are we at? Oh shit, everything's in range. guiding bolt to the slow guy here.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a crappy roll. That's an 11.
That hits.
Holy Moses.
They just shambled after him.
Shambled away, shambled.
That is 15 points radiant damage.
Okay. He takes that full 15.
And I'm gonna move up 3.
Hail.
We're looking at the full body minus the arms.
Okay.
What is my plus? This is on the front page.
That's why that app sucks.
That is 17.
Hits.
Divine Smite. Oh, I gotta roll the dice. 2. 16. So it's a total of 9 radiant damage, and then 12 slashing. So that's 6. Half.
Oh, it's not resisting.
Oh.
From that. But what's the total?
21.
Okay, so you kill that one, and when you decapitate that zombie, the arms go limp as well.
Oh. That's fortunate.
Is the head still biting you?
And that one is gone.
I'm good.
And blazing fire.
Spell slime.
3 spell slots I want to go through.
Another
I'm
firebolt
gonna take a sleep here
at the
soon.
far guy. A 13 to hit.
Hits.
1 point of fire damage.
Alright.
Probably not
Found.
enough to even knock an arm off.
Spear thrust. Are we still getting the 1d4?
Oh yeah, that'll be because it's 10 rounds.
20? Dirty 20?
Of course.
Something's got to hit me to break my concentration, otherwise.
9 piercing.
Close.
Okay.
And then I will do a unarmed strike. So, spinning kick. 22, 25 to hit.
Yes.
4 points bludgeoning.
Nice. Loki.
Right there. And then my wolf is going to try to attack.
Okay. You whiffing it?
10.
Hits.
Oh!
And you have the 1d4 you need to add for it too.
But that's
Wolf? No.
Oh, no, wolf.
I know.
Sorry, wolf.
I remembered this time though.
And then
This music is awesome. Hopefully it's not too loud when I watch it back.
13.
13 damage?
Yeah. This guy's a bad boy.
So yeah,
Bad
it
girl.
bites and attacks and gnarls this thing and gets it really good.
Oh,
The head pops off,
What?
but it's still the body is still, but now it's like can't see, but it's still ready to attack. It's going in its turn. It's going to attack with disadvantage with its claws.
He uses upper bicuspids to ensure.
So what do I add here?
It's just sitting here.
Oh, I guess I could just do that twice.
Or, like, rolling.
Wait, no.
So
I've seen this
8
before.
misses. So it's gonna try its other claw at disadvantage, and it misses again.
Walking Dead, their heads are laying down.
The other one is going to the other one's gonna claw and try and bite at the monk. 16.
Miss.
11's a miss, and now it's going to try to bite at you and totally miss.
Those
Something
monks,
about these digital dice and fantasy grounds.
monks are just hard to hit.
Yeah, you got me last time. I lost 5 points.
Now we're back up to Eldritch.
And I also got my wolf for 3 points.
So we're gonna throw Toll the Dead at this guy. So it's a wisdom saving throw.
And plus, when he tried hitting me, or hit my wolf for 3 points, he got like a 20
11.
something to
That
hit.
is a fail. 5 points of necrotic.
And I'm trying to remember which one is which. So that would be this one down here. You said 5?
Yep.
Okay. Fail.
Running start. Jump in the air. Right down the middle. I'm gonna channel divinity to give that a plus 10 because I don't know if it hit or not yet. So that's gonna be a total of 16.
That hits.
Here's my daily. Divine Smite. Last one for the day. 12, 12, 22, 24 points of damage.
And your Divine Smite kills that one.
You softened it up. We don't want the arms anymore. I don't need no ankle biters.
That was
Just wanna
annoying.
pull branches.
And Blazing Fire.
You kick him up near and smack.
I'm running out of targets. I can't see this guy. He's behind a tree.
Yeah, it's definitely be hard to see from there, from your vantage point.
The wizard.
I'm
in me
guarding
says
these
set
guys
the whole
back here.
forest on fire.
Okay, Fallon.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Pump the head.
I got a couple.
Go.
So, spear attack on the body.
Okay.
13.
Hits.
6 piercing.
And that is enough. You pierce right through it, and it falls limp onto your spear, and the head, which was like,
I was ready to go Shaolin on it, but okay.
and the weight of it, just you bring your spear down, and it slides off and fall on the ground.
You might want to wash that spear.
You're on some dirty lake water.
Yeah. Give it a wash. And we are out of combat.
Start walking back to camp. And you know, the good old just swing and get all the nasty rotten blood off and just walk back like nothing ever happened.
It's a good day.
58 points of damage on that crit.
And so we're out of combat.
Just in time.
You guys ready for some sleep?
Yes.
Head back.
How long was I on watch?
It was only, I think, what did I say, like 2 hours or so. So you guys will want to start your. I'll just use you because you're closer, right there in the woods. We'll go ahead and take a quick break while we guys have your long rest. The rest of the night goes without incident.
Oh, that's right. We rested. So
Yep.
So yeah, you guys just had your long rest.
I get my points back.
And just so to recap, so they were in the village of Barovia, and they came across a brother and sister that needed safe passage to Valaki. They also needed to bury their father, and so they took his remains to the church and had him buried. And at the church, the father was harboring his son, who was turned into a vampire, who escaped the basement, and they had a battle. And then
The father of the church, not the father that was buried.
yeah, good call. Then the next morning they left, and they've been traveling, and they stopped at the Vistani camp, and they had their fortune told by Madame Eva, and interesting stuff happened there. And then they were spending the night in the forest where this figure is here, and they just had a zombie encounter in the middle of the night, but now they've had their long rest, and it's now morning. And what do you guys gonna do next? Keep on keeping on?
Yep.
Well, I had second watch as the wood elf, and so while they were while they were starting to wake up, I started walking the perimeter, making sure everything was all right, checking the road to see if the road was close enough, checking the road to see if there was any traffic to be on the lookout for.
There, you haven't seen anything. It's actually it's a calm morning so far, and it's still cloudy, but it's not as dreary as it normally is.
So I walked back to camp and let everybody start to wake up and finish waking up. Let everybody have some dry attack and.
And then Ismark and Irina, they get up and she goes, "Oh, will we ever be rid of these zombies and undead? Brother, we must get to Vallaki. We cannot spend another night out here in the wild." He goes, "Yes, Irina. Yes, that is the plan. We still have much road to travel, but we should get there today." And you guys are he's looking at his map and he says, "Yeah, it should, the Vallaki is just south of Lake Zarovich. If we don't waste too much time, we might make it by nightfall, maybe a little later."
Yes, Mark, have you ever heard of the village of Krusk?
Yes, it's much further west of Vallaki. It's up high in the mountains. It's much colder there, and I heard that there was an abbey there. I can't remember the name.
Well, I heard the Vallaki woman. No, Vistani woman. She said that that abbey might be a very, very safe place for us if Vallaki doesn't turn out like we hope.
Well, either way, I think we should make our aim for Vallaki and not sleep in the wild.
We have to hit Vallaki first anyway, so let's go.
All right, you guys start heading out. The road kind of heads higher in elevation, and you come out across the bridge and you start heading up further. You do notice off to the northwest, you see very similar gates that you saw when you first entered the lands over in the far east. And where's it at? 1 second here. You look to back to the east to where you were coming from, and you start to make way and see the castle Ravenloft. And let me pull up another picture. Obviously it's not nighttime like it is in this picture, but you'll get the idea there. And it's just off into the east there, and it's got huge towers coming off of it. And you come up to another fork in the road. And at this fork, you see a wagon. That's way too wild. You see a wagon, and it has 2 horses on it, and you see a woman who not laying, but kind of leaning against one of the wagon wheels and just kind of like she's tending to a wound. And she looks very similar to Vistani, but she's definitely not, like, just her demeanor and her outfit looks slightly different, like not as colorful.
Ranger, you're in the lead, I think. Right?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, travelers. What brings you here?
On our way to Milwaukee.
On your way to Milwaukee, you say? Is that where I'm going?
Say again?
Is that where I'm going?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going! Where did you come from? Can I trust you?
I like this one more than the other ones. That's a proper question to ask, not, hey, come and drink.
Alan, do you want to do more of the talking?
Well,
The ranger with his low charisma was like,
well, we left the village of Barovia. We don't know how we just woke up here in this dark and dreary place a few days ago. We've killed a few undead along the way. And then we've offered to help these two humans reach the village of Valaki. And along the way that while we're trying to figure out a way to get back to our own homes.
Interesting. Well, I do have this wound, but I'm recovering just fine, and I'm about to walk that direction.
Well, what about your wagon?
Well, I've got horses for that. Yeah. So they'll walk the wagon, but are you guys planning to walk?
We don't have any wagons.
I don't know if my wagon can hold people, but...
oh, it's pretty big.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can give it a try if you want to hop in. Since we're all going in the same direction, I don't mind.
What's the laden airspeed of a horse?
What?
What is the horse speed?
A lot of people to get in that one wagon.
Yeah, so she's got one of those big, it looks very similar to like the Vistani wagons where they're like, they kind of almost live in them and stuff, so they're really big and you all would be able to fit, and you would probably get to Valaki faster in the wagon than
That's why I was checking with the speed. If it's under 45, if the horse speed is under 45, and depending on how crowded it is, I can walk along on the side.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably, yeah, because you're an elf, so you...
Me and the wolf can probably walk too.
Okay.
Well, those of you who don't want to walk, hop on in and we can exchange tales of our fighting.
I'm sure the humans would appreciate that.
Yeah, and Ismark,
What humans?
thank you, thank you, and you are?
Oh, I am Esmeralda Debonair. Who may you be?
I am Ismark Koliana, and this is my sister Irina, and she's like, oh, thank you. And you see she kind of goes like this to her neck. She's got a scarf on, and she kind of rubs her neck a little bit. And he says, my poor sister has been tortured by the devil Strahd, and we are trying to find safety for her.
That devil Strahd! Yes, I'm after him too.
Oh, you are?
Yes. He has done terrible things,
And
and I wish revenge.
are you a great warrior?
Yes, that is what they call me.
Wonderful. More to help us on our journey.
Yes. Let us continue forward.
So you guys all hop in with her in her wagon, or walk side next to it if you want. You guys come to these familiar gates, and these ones are wide open, and they look like they've been stuck open for a really long time. You go through.
Which direction did you come from?
Which direction did I go?
So you came from the castle.
Okay,
Which was,
so the opposite direction.
yeah, you came.
Well, not the opposite, but the tangential direction.
Okay,
You came from the castle.
yes. I was going after Strahd. That was my destiny.
By yourself?
Yes. Yes, it was by myself. Indeed.
And you survived.
I did, because I am a great warrior.
All
Indeed.
right.
Did you succeed?
No, I did not succeed. I was wounded, and so I had to retreat. But I lived. So I call that a success.
Actually impressive.
Any landing you could walk away from.
Yes.
So you guys go through the gate, There's no issue, and continue on. And we'll use these two as the marker. And you travel for a little while. You exchange any stories or anything? Anything else?
So far, we've met zombies, one vampire, some ghosts, some ghost children. Is that about it?
Those things that the alarm fell off on?
Zombies.
Zombies.
More zombies.
Weird lady selling pies.
Oh yeah, the weird pie lady.
We did not eat the pie.
Twice not good.
Ismark says, where you said you're going to Valaki? What are you doing there?
Am I looking for...
Yeah.
I'm looking for my mentor. The one who taught me. His name is Rudolph van Richten. Richten?
Oh, the famous monster hunter.
Oh, you
We've
know him?
heard of him.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's him.
Oh, you worked under him. Wow. That is amazing. Yes, we've heard the tales of the Van Richten and his mighty deeds.
Yes, mighty deeds indeed. And some not so mighty.
Oh. You kind of like confused. Like, So you guys continue on, and you come to another fork in the road, and the main road goes on and winds up, but you see to the west, up on this little knoll, you see an old windmill.
The
It's a
windmill.
pretty tall windmill.
Oh yeah.
Anyone want to visit the pie lady?
And from your vantage point, you can't tell if there's anyone in there or anything like that. But the windmill is moving slowly.
Come get your pies, yeah.
There's not a picture, but there's a diagram of it.
Wait, no.
It qualifies as a picture.
It's,
I don't know, it's got some dimensions on it. I think it's a diagram.
blueprint.
Not quite a blue. Or is it blue?
I don't know.
Almost.
I digress. Anyways,
Doesn't look like ammonia, so.
Well, you should know we are not of this land. We've been brought here by some mist.
Oh.
So we're not as familiar with things like the windmill and the town we're about to go to as you might be.
Well, that's a windmill. And
she's
I've been to town, right?
you've been to Valaki before, and you've only been here also a short time.
Okay.
And you came here looking for your mentor, but also to attack Strahd, and then, but being, well, actually, I'm not going to divulge that yet, so we'll see if they figure it out.
Okay.
But given your heritage, you don't have issues of being stuck here.
Right.
Were we visiting the pie lady or not?
Visiting?
You smell this beautiful aroma coming from the windmill.
I don't like those pies, and I don't trust what goes into them.
You don't want to find out?
I'm not sure it's healthy what she's doing to the people.
Someone fill me in on the pie lady? I have not
I
met her
do
yet.
like to kill monsters.
I briefly said.
She makes these suspect pies. We don't know what the ingredients are, but we're suspicious. And she feeds them to the villagers, or she sells them to the villagers at what appears to be pretty high cost to the villagers, and then it addicts them to the pie, so then next time when she comes back they have to buy them.
What if she's putting zombie flesh in the pies?
So,
Alright.
You'd be able to smell that.
so yeah, they get badly addicted, and that's
Or we can just skip the
Takes
pie
over
lady.
their
We don't
lives.
gotta get them to the Valaki. It's not that far back. We're gonna backtrack.
Ismark, Would you
Yes.
like? You are the Burgermeister of Barovia, and granted, you don't know if you're going to be heading back there. Do you want? What would you like to see done to this? If this is the windmill where those pies that are
The scourge of the town.
hypnotizing your village or addicting your village, would you like to see it taken care of?
I think that this would. I really think this would delay us. And I would hate to be stuck out here another evening without the safety.
Fellow smiters, do we want to fight evil, or do we want to get to the village?
The windmill will be there.
We
to
don't
come
know
back
if she's
this way.
evil yet. She might make really good pies.
Maybe it's a public service.
Can you eat one or something?
No.
But they're our primary concern.
Let's get them to safety first.
Alrighty. So you
Yeah,
guys.
Emerald is hurt, so need to get her some rest.
Very true.
Well, you guys continue on then. And again, as you walk away from this windmill, this wonderful smell you leave behind.
Telling you, we gotta get pies one of these days.
Alrighty.
So I just found 2 pie dishes for a place up there off of 501 Washington.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about on the road. I was
No.
like, wait, why are we finding pie dishes on the road?
Well, you can clean up one of my rooms. Those are really good pies up there.
You guys start you continue to head west, and you see this huge wall that spans around, and the road goes towards this wall, and there's this huge gate, and see, you guys left. It's barely like noon, not even, because. You guys left early in the morning with her. So yeah, it's probably about noon now as you approach these gates to what you hope is the town of Valaki. And then obviously there's some guards at the gates.
You guys
we
are
don't.
outside.
But we're walking astride the wagon, so we're kind of all together anyway.
Do the people in the wagon see?
Yeah, you can kind of see through the window because this is a wooden wagon. It's not like canvas, but there's some windows in there, and you guys see that you're approaching Valaki.
We're here.
Well, I've been here before, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna help. I'll handle this, guys. I've talked to these guys before.
Okay. So you guys approach the gates, and the 2 guards, they hold on 1 second. Okay. They halt. Who approaches?
So I'm Esmeralda, and some other people that I've met.
Vistani, who do you have with you?
Some humans, No, are you guys humans?
Put my clothes over my head and punch it down a little bit.
You gotta curl your
Just
tail.
travelers.
Tuck your tail.
You remember seeing Tabaxi over there.
What are you?
I'm a tabaxi, I'm a cat
Oh, okay.
creature.
Some travelers. I have some travelers along with me.
And well, you know that any new travelers to Valaki must meet with the burgomaster.
I did not meet with the burgomaster.
You did not?
Did I?
No.
No, I did not.
Because you snuck
Because
it.
I don't.
You
Oh, okay.
Yes. All travelers must meet with the burgomaster to make sure that they are safe for our city. We take protection of this city very serious.
We've got the burgomaster from Barovia,
The village?
the village.
And Ismark kind of pokes his head out, and he's like, Why are you coming here? You should be taking care of your city. And now I get to have a conversation with myself. And Ismark, my sister, we're trying to find a safe place for her, and the guards kind of talk to each other. You still need to go talk to the burgomaster. How do we not know you guys are werewolves or something foul to attack our safe city?
If I was a werewolf and there was only 2 guards, I'd eat one of you two.
And they look at each other. They're like, here comes Isaac. You shall talk to Isaac. And then this dark, gray-skinned fellow comes walking up, and he's got this, for his right hand, it's almost like a monster's claw, like from the elbow down. And he's got this long white hair. And he's got these 2 swords on his side, and he comes walking up and goes, guards, what's the problem? And they say, visitors, they want to come into Vallaki. He looks and goes, you want to come Vallaki? You see my father, the burgomaster.
Shall we go see the burgomaster? Let's go see the burgomaster.
And that you will be escorted there. And the guards open the gates. They open the gates. Come with us, we show you where you park your wagon. And you guys walk west for a little bit. It'd be easier for me to just point them at the mouth. And they direct you over to this area here. And in this area, it's kind of like a stockyard, stuff like that, and there's some storage, and it says, park your wagon here at the stockyard. You can settle up with the Arasex later on after you talk with the burgomaster. You can store your wagon here, and then we will escort you the rest of the way. Park it next to that other wagon there, and you see this carnival-looking wagon, and it's on the side. It says Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, and just trying to read, catch up here. So are you gonna park your wagon?
Is there a place for my horses here?
Yeah. So over there they got stalls for the horses. Yeah, you could put your horses there, wagon there.
Guards, will my wagon be safe here?
Yes. Like I said, Vallaki is a safe city. This wagon here has been here a few months, and it's totally fine.
I suppose.
And they said,
well, where's Rictavio if the wagon's been here for a few months?
so Rictavio is staying at the Blue Water Inn. He is, I guess, resident entertainment. We love our festivals here in Vallaki.
You said the Blue Water Inn?
Blue Water Inn. There's in fact, in 3 days' time there'll be another festival. Burgomaster will tell you about it. Festivals make everyone happy, keep us safe. So you guys park the wagon, everyone gets out, get the horses hitched up, and you guys look at this other wagon, and Eldridge has been quiet. I'll have him do a perception check.
50 cents we get in the fight.
That is a horrible roll. 9.
So you look at the wagon and you see Octavio's Carnival of Wonders on it. You do smell some like meat, like a cooked meat coming from the wagon. And that's about it.
Do I notice the fact that it's all chained up? Or
Was it checked?
Yeah.
In the picture?
Yeah, the back
Yeah,
of it.
the back of it
was-
has, yeah.
was like
I mean, that's
secured.
obvious. There's chains keeping it closed.
Anybody else notice that meat smell coming from the wagon?
It was a little off, wasn't it?
Can I look around to see if the horses for this wagon are around?
So there's a bunch of different horses in the stalls.
I have business to attend to. Let's onwards to Burgomaster.
Okay. So the guards and Isaac start to follow you down, and you guys walk down the road here, and you come to the town square on your way to the mansion.
I have my eyes on the lookout for another pie lady. I'm just going to assume every town has a pie lady.
So you guys are walking through the town square. The shops and homes that enclose this town square are decorated with like limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children with crude plastered donkey heads, and they're locked in. You know. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork eye all of you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a stone fountain. And then standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue with an impressive man facing west. And all around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pipes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
Pipes or pies? Will be
Pikes.
Pikes.
Hikes.
And then Isaac looks to the guards. Guards, this sign is old. Where's the new signs? And the guard, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, takes down that sign and puts up another one. This one says, come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron. Much better, much better. Okay, we keep coming. We go to the Burgomaster.
Why were those children and people locked up in the stocks?
Oh, those are criminals.
What did they do? What laws did they break?
Well, they insulted the Burgomaster. They laughed at our festival. It's a crime in Vallaki to question the validity of our festivals.
How old does the youngest kid look?
So there's about 4 men, 2 women, and then there's 3 children.
How long will they be stuck in the stocks for what they did?
Until they repent for what they've done.
I'm gonna, since we're at the town square, I want to kind of glance around and see if I can see a carnival tent anywhere.
So there's no carnival tent. From your earlier conversation about Octavio, they said he was the Blue Water Inn. It sounds like he's been doing most of his entertainment there.
In the air.
All right,
Come now, we go.
let's go see the Burgomaster.
Yep.
And you guys continue to walk, and you walk around the loop, and you end up coming to this this mansion here. Sorry, it's gonna take me a bit to prepare because I didn't think you'd be this far.
Sing happy birthday on the toilet, if you can do that without doing
So you approach the mansion, and it has walls of plastered stone. The plaster's starting to fall away with age and neglect. There's drapes over every window, including the large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors.
What is this
this house is gonna try to burn down on us too.
I don't like the lights of all those windows being big.
So you guys pull up here. And Isaac comes to the door and he says, "I'll go get the burgomaster." And he comes. He goes inside, and the guards stay outside. Go ahead and place your figures accordingly. Irina and Ismark can be kind of near the back.
Am I the lady with the sword?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's you.
Wait, these are the guards?
Yep.
Can't you put that guy in another dimension or something?
No.
Down?
Stuff them in your bag of holding.
Yeah. 60 seconds.
So while you're waiting, the guards are kind of just standing there, and they now that Isaac is not around, they kind of relax a little bit and kind of just stand there waiting. What are you guys planning on doing here?
Killing Strahd.
Well, we're here to see Ismark and Irina here safely, and after that we plan to be on our way.
I'm here to find Rudolph Van Richten, if you've heard of him.
We have not heard of him before. The name does not ring a bell. You guys should go see Rictavio at the inn. He's quite the entertainer. He's been putting some smiles on faces of Valaki.
The festival today or tomorrow?
The festival is in 3 days.
So, Rictavio can make us laugh, but we can't laugh at the Burgomeister. Is that it?
Oh, I mean, you're more than welcome to be merry and have a good time in Valaki, but just don't question the Baron and his ways. You know. He does not like. See, and he just shuts up. And then after a few minutes, a gentleman comes out. I gotta find his stats here. Or his.
You wearing a kilt?
More like a fancy,
No.
Fancy pants.
Those are pantaloons.
Pantaloons.
fancy medieval clothing. It looks like, yeah.
Gotta find his info. Hold on. There we go. So he goes, "Welcome to Valaki. I am the Baron." Where'd my last name go? My name is Baron Vargos Valakovich. I am the burgomaster of this fine city. What is your business in our town?
Just stopping by.
And he's,
Good thing it's still empty.
and the whole curtain falls down.
A zombie has escaped.
Sorry, guys. I'll say Isaac's kind of standing next to him, and says, "Well, may I welcome you into my home, and we can discuss your visit."
Okay.
And he says, "Come, please come in.
It's going to be crowded.
Guards, stay outside, please."
Ismark, you go first.
And he's like, please, no wolves in
Can you please tell your guards to look after him?
Maybe you
Make
should
sure he
just
doesn't-
stay outside and look after them yourself.
I'm
If
going.
the Burgermeister doesn't mind.
You all must come in.
My wolf's just under.
And he invites you into his parlor here. He's sitting there with him right next to him. And I'll just assume you all come in. And it's such a small space, we don't have to. We'll just assume you're all inside there now. He sits down and goes, Valaki is a safe city, and I make it a safe city. How do I know that you guys aren't some evil from Strahd or undead?
Well, we've escorted the Burgermeister from Barovia here.
Yeah, and he looks and he's like, funny that you happen to be here, Ismark. Can't run your own town, and he calls him Ismark the Lesser. And he kind of, that stuff wouldn't happen here in Valaki. I would not have it. You must protect your city. Now, what is your business in Valaki?
Yeah, we're just dropping them off and then we're going to be on our way.
Dropping them off where?
Paid to escort.
And Ismarcos, is there a church? Maybe we can go to a church. And he goes, and the Baron says, well, there's St. Andrew's Church on the far west side of town. Father Lucian runs the place. How about you? What's your business?
My business is to defeat Strahd.
How's that working out for you?
Well, sir, it went quite well until he stabbed me, as you can see. But I lived.
Foolish adventuring. One person alone cannot defeat Strahd. And he kind of sits and ponders for a moment. I tell you what, you may have access to the city, but I require a favor. We're having a festival in 3 days. Please enjoy the festival while you're here. And while you're around town talking with my people, will you please tell them how wonderful this festival is going to be and that you are looking forward to it? Just, drum up excitement for the festival for me.
Where do you recommend we stay?
Well, the Blue Water Inn has rooms for rent. The Markovs, it's a small family, but I tolerate them. But you'll probably find some rooms there.
The Markovs run the Blue Water Inn?
Yes. The family-owned business.
Okay. Well, thank you for your hospitality. Can you direct... Is the church on the west end of town easy to find, and we'll take Ismark and Arena there?
Yes, you will be able to find it. One thing I forgot to mention, when you guys walked through, in the entryway there, there was a bunch of bundles of twigs, all heaped in piles, on the ground there.
What are the twigs for?
So that will be for our festival. We build this huge wicker ball, and we will light it on fire for the Morning Lord.
Sounds very festive.
And everyone is collecting up wicker sticks and bringing them here for us. The Festival of the Blazing Sun.
What does the Festival of the Blazing Sun celebrate?
We celebrate our safety, and we celebrate the town. All will be well. And these festivals, we've been doing them weekly, and they keep us safe from Strahd.
These festivals are weekly?
Oh yes, lots of festivals. Must keep the people happy, keep them well, keep them safe. And I have to say, we've been doing it a good job for generations. This town has, my family goes way back in taking care of the city of Valaki.
All right. Well, thank you for your invitation, and I think we'll
Be on our way.
head on down the road.
This is,
Oh, I thought they were going to say.
are you guys going to bed?
Oh, here's green.
Good night.
You have your red one? Go get Daddy a hug and kiss. Yeah.
Good night, bud. Thank you for earlier.
I don't know where yours is, Leo, so just use the one that's in there, okay?
Is there a red stick in there, in that drum?
Oh, I know. Thanks, Daddy.
Found it.
Thanks, Daddy. Eagle eye from far away.
Thank you. All right, you guys are heading off. Oh, he says, one more thing. Be respectful in the city as well. And respect our customs.
Will do.
All right. And he has his men show you the door.
Is there a list of the customs?
No, but I guess just don't question how we do things here, if you know what I mean. And he gets real serious at that moment.
We're not here to interfere with your customs.
As long as you agree to that, then you're welcome to Valaki. That's my wife in the other room. Quiet, woman. All right, you guys. He shows you the door. By now, the guards actually left.
What about my roof?
And he told you the church was down here, and you guys are here. And he said the Blue Water Inn was here.
Church?
Yeah.
Yep.
Church.
Finish our quest.
Drop them off, then we can explore whatever this festival is going to be. Or look for your mentor.
Get out of town for the festival.
To get out of the town?
Mm-hmm.
Got a feeling about this.
Yeah. I think that's not something we want to observe.
Witch trial.
Oh, okay, so time out real quick. Have you guys on Netflix, there's that Adam Sandler movie that just came out for Halloween, the Hubie Halloween?
Yep.
Didn't see it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously funny. Yeah, and it's in Salem, Massachusetts, but it's funny. You have to watch it when you have nothing else to watch. All right, so you guys start walking through the town, and I take it you're gonna go the shortest way there.
Yep.
To the church. And you're going through the city, and it definitely seems way less dreary and desolate than the village of Barovia did. And it's obviously bigger. You see that there's actually people walking around, and there's stores and homes, and people that are walking by, they don't look totally sad, but they definitely feel like they're looking at you like outsiders. Like they're, people kind of give you that staring look as you walk by.
I'm used to that.
What's that?
I'm used to that.
And then some of them are especially scared because of the dire wolf, because as the guards were walking with you, they told you, like, they're constantly getting attacks from wolves from the forest, but the walls keep them safe. And they mentioned that actually before you got to the gates, you saw pikes with wolves' heads on them outside the gates.
I bet that upset.
Yes, it probably did. So you see this slouching, centuries-old stone church. Has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting different saints. And a fence, wrought iron, encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. Not the mist that you guys were worried about, but it's just a little misty in the graveyard a little bit this afternoon.
Do we see the marketplace while we're walking around?
I mean, there's different stores kind of all over. As you approach the church, you see a man he's got a shovel, kind of like a small shovel hook on his side, and he's sweeping the steps. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Here it is. That guy. And he's sweeping the steps as you guys approach the church. And he sees and he stops and he goes, "Oh, what can I do for you, Ismark?" No, and Ismark goes, "My sister and I, we asked to come in and speak with the father. Was it Lucian?" And he goes, and the guy's like, "Yeah, he's inside. My name's Milov. Milabo. I'm the groundskeeper. But father's just inside the church." You can go on in if you want.
Do we have any questions for the father, or?
As long as we're here.
You doing a dump and dash?
Look at things, bye!
See if there's if he reveals any interesting information that might be useful to us.
You could ask
Sounds
about the
right here.
festival.
Yeah, and I think the seer was suggesting that we might end up having to take these two to Krusk. So I don't think we're gonna. And I've got I want to get a sense to see if the priest is in the same frame of mind as the Burgermeister. And if not, then I'm going to try to get some more information about what's going on here.
All right.
Alright, you guys head on in, and this church looks very similar to the other one in the village of Barovia. It's a little bigger, but it's kind of laid out the same. This one does not have broken pews everywhere. It's intact. There's a few people in there praying, and then there's Father, and he's got his helper, and they're kind of just tending to some cleaning and just taking care of the place. And you all walk in. How many are you now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of you walk in, almost a fellowship. And
Well, the wolf.
oh yeah, the wolf. Is the wolf going to come inside or stay out?
It's gonna come inside.
Okay. And Father looks and goes, "Is that yours?"
Yeah, it's trained.
Keep an eye on it. And, you look. Who are you? What can I do for you?
We're escorting these two here. They have some questions for you.
And then, so Ismark and Irina talked with Father Lucian for a while about their predicament and stuff, and Father Lucian listens intently, and afterwards he says, "Well, you guys can stay here for a little while, But Ismark and Irina can stay here, but we don't have room to house all of you. But we can take care of them for a little while. And then you mentioned about, you wanted to ask about going on to Kresk, or?
Well, so, what's my feel of the priest?
Insight.
Ten.
10? He definitely seems like a genuine, honest, good priest. Like, he has like good intentions in his eyes. Definitely did not act like the Baron.
So, do you think that you're going to be able to help Irina with her problem?
And he's like, what's your name?
Dallin.
Dallin. One moment, folks. And Dallin. And he kind of pulls you aside and goes, they probably not for long term. Palaki's like a powder keg about to go off.
Is it something
Alright.
about the festivals?
And he's like, we can't talk about the festival. And, probably not safe for them here long term.
Or
Is it?
us? Or us?
And he goes, I said too much. And he kind of, so, you're welcome to, help yourself to holy water. Irina and Ismark, you guys can stay in our spare room. May I suggest to everyone else that the Blue Water Inn to stay, and maybe you guys can not stay for the festival.
We didn't want to stay here long anyway.
Okay. And okay, well, I have much work to do. These pews don't clean themselves, and
What faith is this a church for?
this the morning Lord.
Okay.
We always, pray that we get the sun back someday. It's always cloudy in Barovia. So
I'm going to take some holy water.
okay. And you guys are going to leave Bismarck and Irina here at the church?
Yes.
So they go get some much needed rest.
Blue Water Inn.
Go see this traveling entertainer.
So from the church, you guys walk your way back to the center of town, and you see gray smoke issuing from the chimneys of this large 2-story wooden building, and a saggy roof, and there's a bunch of ravens hovering and flying around it, occasionally going into the eaves of the roof. And a painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance, and it depicts a blue waterfall, and then Blue Water Inn on it. And you guys start to head in, and immediately, as you guys start to walk in from the back of the bar, this woman says, "No wolves! There's stalls on the side of the building."
I'll be right back.
Now, let me open up
Part of
another image.
Follow having pets.
Let me open up more things here. Come on. Let me get this.
Did you stop? Or is it a sigh?
Sigh.
Oh.
I'm going to open up all the outside. And the stables.
At least have somewhere to keep your wolf while we're here. That's good.
Just make sure he doesn't eat the horses.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, he's got to eat.
So, you're over here doing that, and then I'll have you guys hop on into the inn. Where is... So this tavern is definitely a little more lively than the one in the village of Barovia.
It was dead, as they say. But not really dead.
And you walk in, and the tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. The bar stretches along the wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars, and then lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. And behind the bar, you see this woman. Of course, you'll also see her whole family in this picture, but you see that woman there, and she's tending to the bar with her, and she's got these raven feathers in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And running around in the bar and chasing each other are, you see the two children there. And from the kitchen you hear this, this deep voice and say, "Order up!" And you assume must be probably this other guy here.
How busy is the tavern with patrons?
So, there's tons of people in here. And right in the middle, well, first you guys come in, place your figures.
Is there an open table?
What's that?
Is there an open table?
The we'll say the one right near Blazing Fire is open.
No, no.
I'm assuming you mean this one?
Oh, I meant the round one.
Oh.
Don't worry about the space at the 5 feet right now. So you all sit down at the table, and further over, you see everyone kind of laughing and cheering and all kind of facing this guy wearing purple. And he says, "Yes, the great Victavio is here for your entertainment."
You're screaming at blank?
Oh yeah, it's just a screensaver. But the great Victavio is here for your entertainment. Let me entertain you tonight. And he's I'm not much of a bard, but I can tell you stories. And he proceeds to start telling a story of an adventure of some sort, and with little magic tricks with his hands as he's
Prestidigitation.
telling the stories. And are you making it back in?
Yeah.
Okay. And you walk in on this of this guy doing little parlor tricks and telling stories to the people.
Do I recognize him as the other guy from the Whackin' Can?
Well, you don't recognize this guy at all. This is he called himself Victavio. And you guys are at the table, and the lady behind the counter says, "The name's Danico. What can I get for you?"
think we want some
Food,
dinner.
please.
Yes.
Good. We have that here. We have a choice of wines, and we have steak. I'm looking for the prices. Must be another.
While you're looking for the menu, Danica,
Good idea.
we've also been recommended the Blue Water Inn as a place to stay while we're in town.
Well, yes, we do have beds for the night. They cost one electrum.
I don't have one.
Yeesh.
For a group your size, that'd probably be two electrum.
And also
Yeah.
But we will give you free soup and bread at no additional charge. But if you'd like a cooked wolf steak, that is 5 gold.
Holy cats.
Now we do offer some wine. The inn we offer purple grape mash number 3 for 3 copper, or you can get the superior Red Dragon Crush for 1 silver.
what is this?
These wines are made from our special winery in the Wizard of Wines, which is to the west of Valakia.
What is the Dragon Superior, whatever?
The wine?
Yeah,
It's
How much is it?
it's 1 silver.
I'll get one of those.
Okay. And she pours the Red Dragon Crush.
So for my own edification, what is electrum equivalent?
Half a gold.
Yeah.
So 1 gold for us to stay per night or indefinitely?
1 gold per night.
For the group of us, that's not that bad, I guess.
Is it? I thought electrum was more than gold.
No.
Platinum
It's a-
is more than gold.
It's half a gold, yeah. The platinum's like 10 gold or some crazy thing.
Yeah. 1 platinum.
That would make sense because why would it cost so much?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it would be for 1 night 1 gold then, right?
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
half a gold. Because I said it was 2 electrum for
Yeah.
1 night. Yeah.
Yeah. But you also said it was like 1 gold for a steak dinner, and that's like, woo!
Well, the steak dinner is
That
That's
was
what it was.
5. Was it? You said 5 gold for the wolf steak.
sorry 1 gold.
1 gold for
Yeah.
the wolf steak dinner.
But
still,
if you pay to stay the night, we will offer you free soup and bread.
I want a wolf steak.
I want a wolf steak too.
well, your wolf's
Right.
not here to see. But if he smells it,
Do you have any other meat?
Maybe you'll be better with the fresh bread and hot beet soup.
Sure.
Okay. So free soup, free bread, 1 gold for the steak,
Yep. It's like Olive Garden.
1 gold for the night. Anything else I can do for you while you're here? We have our entertainment. Rictavio, he's also staying here.
We've heard so many good things about Rictavio. When he's on a break, would you mind sending him over? We'd be happy to buy him a drink.
Sure. And she's like, oh, stop it, children! And because they're running and like crawling under her legs, and she's like almost spilling the tray of the bottles of wine. And stop it, children! And they go running off.
I have no way to imagine that.
And they run up the stair, and the kids run up the stairs. And yes, I'll let him know when he's done.
No, sorry. Sorry. Just go.
Trying to see. Oh yeah, there's a door up at the top of the stairs. And so let me open up because you can actually see the balcony too. So I should be able to open that up for you guys as well. So we'll kind of zoom it out a bit. So like this section is right here in the center there. but there's a balcony that goes along there, and then a shorter balcony on the other side. Bring it back over. So time goes on for a little bit. You know, you kind of hear Octavio. It's like, yeah, the one time I helped this young boy who lived under these stairs, and I helped him find his way to magic school. And he's like doing these little magic tricks, and he goes, some of you may not believe this, but I've got a pet tiger. No, that's not funny.
No.
And he's like, tough crowd. And he keeps going on for a little bit, and you see, coming in and out of the kitchen now and then is what looks to be the husband of Danica. Trying to remember his name.
Mr. Danica.
Erwin Martikov, and his wife Danica. And you see him kind of whisper to Danica, and they kind of look over at your table and stuff, and then he goes back into the kitchen, and then Danica goes over to Octavio, and when he kind of takes a break, and he kind of like, oh yeah, and he walks over to you guys and he just looks around. Welcome, I am Octavio, the Carnival of Wonders. He looks. Hey.
Would you like a glass of wine?
He goes, I already have one.
All right, makes it easier. We saw your wagon when we came into town. Seems like you've stayed on as the entertainer.
Yes, I'm traveling through the lands, trying to bring smiles to these poor souls, or soulless. And
No, what do you mean by soulless?
well, because it's such a dark and dreary place. You must be soulless to live in a place like this.
Where are you from originally?
Oh, from a land far away from this hellhole. Yes. Who are you? How may Octavio help you this evening?
Why does your wagon smell like cooked meat?
What? Is that how you start a conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have many props and animals to take care of, and just it's food.
Food you've left sitting in your wagon for 3 months? Or a couple months? Weeks?
How long have you been here?
About a month. Yes, I've been. Yeah. And
Only a month.
And that month adds up to everything else you've heard, in case I've said something different earlier.
How long do you intend to stay?
It depends. It depends on how this evening goes. It depends on how tomorrow goes. There's a festival in a couple days.
You staying for the festival? I hear it's going to be really good.
I've yet to make up my mind on that one. You hear it's going to be a good festival?
Oh, that is what I hear, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Right, yeah. It's going to be quite the shindig.
Nice. Well.
Have you been to the festival before?
Well, yeah. It was just that I've been. The Wolf's Head one was just last week. Grim affair. They parade these wolf heads all around the town. And are you okay, sir?
We saw the heads posted outside the gate.
Yes. Yes, the great guards of Alaki, they're keeping us safe.
Well, it seems pretty safe in this town.
Oh, yes. This is safe.
So the next town to the west, have you been there?
Not yet. Not yet. Is that Kresk, right?
Yeah.
It's a little further up into the hills. I've not been there yet.
Oh.
Well, what village did you come from before you came here?
Well, I came from a distant land, and I just happened to
End up here.
get here. Yeah.
Octavio, have you by chance heard of Rudolph Van Richten? Great vampire slayer? Might have heard of him?
The name seems familiar. I've done some studying in my day. Yeah. He's a pretty amazing guy, I hear. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You are?
My name is Esmeralda. I studied under him and traveled with him. I'm looking for him now.
Oh. Well, and that's just me accidentally, not knowing what to say.
Why?
Well, I sure hope you find him. There are rumors of great slayers as him, maybe in the land of Barovia, but maybe you will come across him.
You haven't heard of
Someday.
him in this town then, right?
Not here, no.
How about in Kresk?
Was he important to you?
Yes. I must find him.
What? How come you aren't with him? Like, what happened? Why aren't you with him?
Well, we had a falling out, and we had to go our separate ways.
I can empathize with you, child.
Have you had a falling out, sir?
Well, I mean, everyone's had falling outs in their lives, right? Or loved ones they've lost, or loved ones they've crossed. But hopefully you guys will come together again.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Octavio, we also have come from a distant land. We woke up in this land to our great surprise just a few days ago.
Invited, you would say, to this land? Yeah.
That's the term we've used, yeah. So we're finding ourselves on a mission. We've ended up killing several undead. We're just trying to figure our way out.
Well, I'll be staying here tonight. Maybe later on in the evening we can chat. You see, oh, look at the time. Danica, please, two of your wolf steaks, please. I must take them to go. And he, she's like, oh yes, I got them right here already. And she's got them bagged up for him. He goes, I must tend to the circus. I shall see you all in the evening later.
Looking forward to it.
And he heads out the door.
Don't look at those wolf steaks.
They were in bags, so you're okay.
You ate one?
No,
I didn't see
I'm
circus
having the
tents.
soup.
So I don't know what circus he's
I
going to.
didn't see any. Yeah, there's.
Eating your soup? Your beet soup? Go ahead, talk amongst yourselves or anything.
This town gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
It's Barovia, right?
I felt more at home in the ghost town with doppelganger ghost children than I do right now.
Yeah.
With the crazy pie lady.
I don't know, she creeped me out worse than this guy does. So what are you going to do about your wound? Do you need a little bit of healing before we...
How hurt am I? I assumed I was bandaged.
You're bandaged. You could probably... How much HP?
82.
Yeah, so you're probably at like 60 right now. So you
Okay.
could use some healing.
Yes. Healing.
I mean, before we rest, if you want to slot it, you don't have any left?
You think I can heal? Bless your heart. I can give you 15. I can lay on hands for 15. Boop.
That'd be good.
There you go.
Well, have we all had our fill?
Yep.
Do we want to stay here and hole up in our room, or do we want to go explore the city?
I could use a silver dagger if we see a weapon shop.
I can use silver sword and arrows.
You don't have money for a sword yet, do you? Because I know I'm real short.
Not
So-
30.
Danica, if we decide to go walking around, is there a weaponsmith or a mercantile?
Yes, yes. Closer to the town square, there's some shops there. That should have some things you might need.
Maybe I could sell that rat dagger or whatever that I have, the rat sword.
I think I could cast detect magic to make sure it's not a magic dagger from one.
You look across at another mirror behind the bar, and you see yourself older again, but even older now, with liver spots on your face and grayer, longer hair.
What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that trick in the mirror where I look in the mirror and I look old. To me, I know nobody saw it. I know nobody else sees anything differently in themselves in the mirror. I'm looking old in the mirror.
He snuck a pie.
I'm looking like
He snuck a pie. No.
I'm looking elf old. And
Have you been playing with magic items that you didn't understand?
not this time, not yet.
Are you sure? Have you checked all the little items you've picked up recently?
After a few looks, you go back to looking normal.
Yeah.
I think you may have a cursed item on you.
Did you pick up anything?
I have the silver sword, and I have those 2 shuriken.
Well, the two
I wrote them
religious
down.
medallions or whatever.
I'm going to use them in battle.
Awesome. Hey, well, it's 10 o'clock. We'll go ahead and end it there. One of the few times it's not ending on like a cliffhanger of some sort. When we come back next session, we'll start off. You guys will be heading to do some shopping and go get some items and stuff like that.
Figure out what's crazy in this town.